We're live. Oh, I didn't. I got to put this on. Check my YouTube and then so
Did
I can
you
see.
share it?
No.
I wonder if I can from here. I think I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
I'm gonna try to pull up the freaking.
Oh no, I don't want to share that.
Don't share the link.
That's what it was gonna do too. Let me cancel that.
So you're
The
feeling
thingy.
all right now, huh? I'm happy
Yeah, I'm
about
fine.
that. That's good. Rough couple of days.
Yeah, on and off. But it wasn't really the like incisions or anything. It was just
Oh,
like stomach issues.
really? Wonder why?
I don't know. I started, like I Googled everything like an idiot and read
That's
everything. So
yeah,
like I think I have phantom cancer and
yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have a friend from Jersey, and she would like WebMD everything, and
Yeah,
swear to God, like she had every old disease from 1920, and
right.
I'm like, girl, stop that.
Well,
Don't.
the issue that I was having, and I was like, why is this happening? And then I was like, someone had led me to this like hysterectomy Facebook group or
Oh,
whatever.
good
And
Lord.
it's a bunch of cackling hens in there.
Oh
And I'm
yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
my God. So, like, I hear that, like, like it's a bunch of empty space now.
right.
So I guess your like intestines drop down into that space. Like, I don't know if the shit's true. I don't
Oh,
know.
good Lord.
But then, like, like after like things settle, your intestine, I guess it would make sense. I don't know.
But what does that even mean?
But then like your bowels kind of get messed up a little bit like for a couple days, which is kind of what happened. Maybe it's true, I don't know.
I don't understand what you mean by that. Like things pop into place like that. What
Like
does
it
that?
kind of like things kind of like drop and fill that empty space,
But
but you
is
would
that a
think that,
problem or no? It's not a problem that happens.
I guess it's just gravity, shit falls. I don't know.
I know, but I mean, is that a problem with the body?
I don't
Like,
know,
if
but
that
it's making me
happens?
pee like every damn 10 minutes. I don't know. I feel pregnant, like I'm
I was just gonna say,
bloated.
like, when a baby is like laying on your bladder, that's what's
That's
going
what,
on.
remember, I keep saying like I feel pressure, like that's exactly like the baby bladder pressure.
But do you think it's a phantom thing because of what you were reading?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. Oh God, it's so mental.
It is. So when you have an appointment coming up, you said, right? Or
Yeah,
you're gonna,
Wednesday.
and that's
Wednesday.
so. Is that the?
Like I think
Well,
he just like looks at my stitches or whatever, make
look like a
sure
follow up.
everything. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, look, wait, I didn't even see. We got Vicky, and Miss Langley, Miss Steel Magnolia.
Oh
How
my
you
God, I
guys
didn't even
doing?
look at chat. Let me see.
I know, I just seen it. Wait, let me.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, I love Rachel Langley. Her and
I do
she
too.
is just the, and I love Vicky too. But
Me
me
too.
and Rachel go way back, and she is just one of the nicest people I've met online. So
We're just sitting here talking about yuck,
I
yuck.
know
Didn't even notice people were. I didn't even have my chat on. Like
I did,
I'm
but
thinking we're on like a FaceTime call or
I'm
something.
wondering like what's going on with the the phantom baby bladder. I was into it.
I well, I'm half crazy and I'm so stuck in this house because I quarantined before, and now I'm
Oh
like
shit.
quarantined after, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Post
going
op.
stir crazy. So I'm making up all this shit in my head, and
You
plus
gotta stop.
I'm in this damn, you know, this hysterectomy group, and then I went in.
Oh shit.
Well, it gets worse because I
Okay.
joined this premenopausal group too, which I haven't even started any of that. Obviously, it's too soon, but I'm
Yeah.
assuming that I'm going to start that soon too. So I'm
Well,
like trying
maybe.
to pre-prep myself, like
What?
what's going to happen. So like I'm
How do
driving
you
myself
prepare?
insane. Like my nipples started hurting. I
Oh,
thought I was going to have to start breastfeeding a kid or something. Like I didn't know what was going
but wait,
on.
did this all come from the group, the Facebook group?
Well, yeah, like you gotta believe him, right? It came from
No,
Facebook.
I swear to you, you remind me of my best friend Trisha. She would go, well, like I said, on that WebMD, and like she'd have like a little dry cough or whatever. Next day, I call her up. She'd be like, "Oh my god, I got to make an appointment to the doctor. I got to go to the hospital. What's the matter? Oh, it might be emphysema or whatever." She's going through the whole.
Absolutely.
I said,
Rachel, nothing's private with me. You've got to understand. Like, I don't hold nothing back. If it's happening, if something's seeping, I'm telling you. If something's
"Oh,
leaking, I'm telling you. Like, if I'm lactating, it's going to
well,
be
listen,
told.
you might have a phantom pregnancy. Who knows? It could be a miracle."
We don't, the Virgin Mary. Yes, yes.
What's that called? Immaculate conception. God forbid.
Yes, exactly.
Well, we got some cool people in here. So
Yeah.
I have not really been around and see what's going on the YouTube. It's not that I
I
care.
haven't paid attention. I'm so moody. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to
Uh,
say something to piss people off. Like,
wait, I want to ask you too. I almost forgot to ask you. Do you have to take hormones now?
I don't know. I'll find out Wednesday, like, what the situation is, like, what I'm going to have to do. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to have me doing. I really don't.
It takes me back to a joke that my mother told, and this will tell you a little bit about her sense of humor. Back in the day, she would say, "How do you make a hormone? Don't pay her." But bump.
Dun-dun-dun.
That's what I thought about when I said. But listen, though, when you take them, they make you crazy. I hear them
I
hormones.
know. Joe, Joe was telling the kids, like, your mom's about to go into menopause, but don't worry. It's not going to be any damn different. I was like, you are? Like, really?
Oh, it's going to be different. It's going to be way
Like,
different. Things are going to
yeah.
be flying across the room. It's going to
Yeah.
be hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. I mean, not that you're already doing that now, though, weren't you? Because you like the cold weather like I do.
Oh, I've got a fan blowing on me right now and a ceiling fan.
It's
Like, I
so
stay
bad.
like that all the, and I've got an ice pack in the front of my pajama pants and a heating pad on my back. I
Oh,
swear
they're
on
in for a
life.
treat.
Yes.
They're in for a treat. It's so bad with me and Bill because he's on blood thinners, and
Oh
I
no.
premenopausal, post. I don't even know what the hell I am anymore. But I'm always sweating. I'm waking up in the middle of the night, and it's gotten to the point. I have the window wide open because it's gotten cold here now. Well, cold for here, and
Yeah.
I'm just loving it. Right, the poor guy. He's like, I can't even sleep in this room with the window open. He's has a sweatshirt with the hoodie and the sweatpants and the socks. He has
Oh
the
yeah.
heater on in the other room because he's so cold, like a little
Me and
space
Joe,
heater.
yeah, me and Joe play fan tag all night. Like, he'll get up and turn it off. I'll get up and turn it on.
I won't let
Like,
him put the heat on. That's crazy to put the heat on. It's only 50 something degrees.
yeah, we haven't even, we're not doing that heat thing. I will burn this bitch down. Like, that's not happening.
No, it's
But he
crazy.
will try to turn my fan off in the middle of the night. And yeah,
You
no.
can't sleep like that, can you?
I will hear that click in the dead of my sleep. Like,
I
click.
wake up
I'm
like
like,
an exorcist, your head spinning.
yeah, like,
What did you do?
he will stand dead in his tracks, like, what? What?
Listen, they got to learn. It's happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. Oh shit! What is there anything going on in the chat? Boomy is lighting up every chat. Oh, stop, Vicky. Vicky, are you talking about Boomhauer? We're not going to talk about that. You're trying to bait me to talk about her, and I'm not going to do it.
See, you guys talk about people I don't know, but I
You
love
know,
it.
I said it earlier on Twitter about that one.
Is that who you were talking about?
Ah, shit. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, that's what you guys call
Nice
her.
try, Vicky. Vicky. Unless you're going to come up on panel, we're not going to do that. So how's that?
Oh, Vicky. Let's do it.
And Rachel, who you been watching lately? Anybody? Because you did like you watch some obscure people. I think that I don't normally watch. I remember those days, those hormonal issues. I've been through the change, but I remember. Are you still run hot though, Rachel, or is it like your temperature's back to normal again?
I have every damn hot flash remedy in my Amazon
Mm-mm.
cart
What
that
is
people
it?
have
What are
recommended.
they?
Makeup by Mandy told me, or told
I
she
love
told
her.
me, not me this time, but I've heard her say it. That black cohosh or
What
something.
is it?
Black cohosh. Is that
What
what
is
am I saying it right?
I don't
Black
know what it is.
cohosh.
Is it a tea or what?
No, I think it's a pill. They may have it in a tea. I don't know. But she said that that works for hot flashes, and I've heard a couple people say it in my Facebook cult over there.
Oh, for God's sake. You're going to be the leader soon. I know it.
They're gonna lead my life here pretty soon.
Yeah, you're going to be the leader of them, and you'll have t-shirts and everything, I think.
You know how
So,
I do it.
so wait, you get
Black
that?
cohosh, I think that's what it's called.
Black
So
cohosh.
yeah, I'm just waiting until I go to the doctor to see what he's gonna suggest, and then I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's
start
going to
buying every damn thing before it
he's going to
happens.
suggest
Cause
probably chemical hormones to you. That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking. You
if
know,
I start having hot flashes, it's gonna be so bad.
you don't have them yet, or you just
Not,
weren't hot.
not like not like what you guys are saying is gonna
Oh, they're
happen.
horrible. And it's
I mean,
not even
I run hot. Like I'm a hot.
right. You just are always hot, but hot flashes are totally. This is horrible. I feel like such an old lady, but your whole body feels different. It's not just that you get hot. You also feel weird. Like I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe Rachel can, but you just get this weird feeling, almost like I don't want to say you get queasy, but it's like it's a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
I can't even describe. It's the worst feeling in the world, and it'll wake you up, boom, right in your sleep. You will wake up sweating.
Oh God, I'm so grumpy. Oh my God.
It's horrible. Rachel says I don't hardly watch anyone over an hour anymore. We're getting like the millennials, Miss Rachel, because only what 40 something seconds will keep our attention now. That's the way of the world. I watched the Be Our Guest today.
Rachel.
I started watching these people call somebody blown out
Well,
assholes and
that's
hot
all
flashes
fixed now,
now.
Rachel. It's all fixed. Don't worry about it.
See, I miss you guys because I'm at work when you go on Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, Tuesday nights at 8 though. You should be home by then.
Well,
You're
then I'm
usually
old
cooking
and
dinner
tired
and
and
stuff.
cooking
Yeah.
and sitting around. I know I miss. I haven't been in there, but I
But
am a member of the.
Fridays at noon. But we're trying to pick up our hours though, seriously, because we need vacation money, honestly.
So, how many hours do you need to have, like, to be, like a monetized channel? Do you have to have a certain many watch hours, or I mean, you don't have to tell me,
Yeah,
but I'm just wondering.
I mean we've done that, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
you had to get 3,000 watch hours, I
Oh,
believe is what it is.
okay.
Unless they changed it. I don't know, but I think it was 3,000 watch hours and then 1,000 subs and
Okay.
um
That was the push for everybody trying to do 1,000 subs. They were saying, "Oh, I want to stream from my telephone." No, no, no. Yous were
but
trying to
that's
get monetized.
changed obviously cuz
Yeah,
you're doing it, but
yeah.
yeah, like
Well,
I
I'm not
had
on my
never.
phone though. I'm on the laptop. So people used to say, "Remember? Oh, I need 1,000 subscribers so I can do it from my
Yeah,
phone." But
but
really, they were getting monetized.
StreamYards let you do it from your phone now.
Now they do, but it wasn't it that
Hmm.
the case before? Because I'm not. I never tried to do it from my phone.
Thank you, Rachel. I do see you in there. Thank you.
What you say? If they stream, I can watch. I watch all's Friday streams. Rachel is such a Southern belle, isn't she?
Yeah, yes. But
We couldn't be more
she
opposite, but
can
I
get
love her so much.
she can get she can get down and
Oh
raunchy with the
yeah,
rest of us.
yep, 100% she can. Yes, she can. But I never see that, or maybe I don't want to see that side of her. Maybe,
Well,
but
I
I
think
don't.
me and Shell kind of bring it out of, well, I do. I bring it out of Shell, and Shell tries to mute me all the time, and she can't.
Why
She
she?
looks at me like in pure disgust, like, "Oh my god,
I
no,
have
you
seen that.
didn't."
I have seen that once or twice, by the way,
Yeah.
watching you guys. Like, I can't believe you just said that. But
Uh-huh.
meanwhile, she's falling out of cars, by the way.
Well, whatever. she
There's,
tries to she tries to be so politically correct, and I'm
she,
like, I just can't.
you
I just
can't.
can't.
It was-
Especially when something's going on like drama wise, like in the community.
Yeah.
And not, to be honest, 98% of the time I could give a shit. Like
Oh,
I
'cause
don't
I know
care.
that's how you feel. Yeah, you're like, what the
I
fuck ever. I'm
really
not into
don't
it.
care. But like say this yeah, I don't know how y'all feel about the whole ATX and Sean and this ring thing. Like I don't even know the details about it, but just the fact that this lady's town is burning to
That
ashes
you have to
and you
me
are
because
dragging her about sending a ring
listen,
that your husband
I
should
see
be
you guys
buying
stuff
you.
on Twitter here and there, and I swear to you, tonight I did watch because Rhodey put it up on Twitter, and so I went
Yeah.
and watched what she was because she wrote something, and I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? And I didn't understand her tweet, so I went and I rewatched a little bit, like not the whole damn thing. And all I
Hmm.
could think about the whole time was, please put your hair up in a bun or something, because her hair was just a mess, and
Yeah.
no Tino shape. But I don't know the whole situation, so
I
please,
don't either.
well, download me what you're talking about at least. What do you mean by a ring and what happened now?
The I just can't see it. I don't know the details. I don't. And I
Okay,
haven't been
well,
watching.
give me the
Obviously, I
roundabout.
had like a rough week. Like I was in like,
Yes.
I obviously didn't have time to deal with them. The only thing, first of all, they get on my nerves. I'm gonna be honest. Like they get on my nerves anyway.
Ain't no damn
So when
secret.
I
I
do
never liked
watch
her.
them,
Never.
yeah, like when I do watch them, it is to hate watch them. I would be honest,
Mhm.
but I don't know who the Janus lady is. I really don't. But the
Why
fact
is she
is,
okay? Why is she called the freaking ring lady? What does that mean? She was promised a
from what
ring.
I understand, she offered this ring to Mandy, and
Right.
I think Mandy did. From what I understand, Mandy really didn't want it, but she accepted it to be nice.
Oh,
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
okay.
But
So wait, are them two married now? And
I,
is this the
yeah,
ring so they will get married with? This was supposedly the ring. I mean, is that what?
I think so. But if Mandy really didn't want it, she could have easily said, I'd rather have a ring that my husband
Yeah,
would buy
yeah.
for me. It
Okay.
would not have been offensive. It would not. I just don't see. But then and for Sean's bitch ass to be like, I
Ugh.
will drag you through the mud, bitch.
What?
I just can't stand. Yeah, yeah, that was his attitude about it.
Who's
And
gonna drag through the mud? The lady that promised the ring?
yeah, because she didn't get it sent in time. I guess she got it sized and everything, but she didn't get it sent out in time for them. They did get married, from what I understand, at the courthouse or something.
Oh, good.
But she didn't get it sent out
God.
in time because her freaking town is on fire. My God.
Stop it. Wait a minute. Rachel, I mean, listen, MJ, you weren't around in the beginning of the TT hate days, right? Back when, or do you remember this? Like when
I
everything
didn't.
started. So is this lady a TT hater, or is she just the sum of
I
those
don't know who
two?
the Janus lady is. Rachel or Vicky, do you guys know anything about that? I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know where Janice, where she originated from, who she liked, who. I don't know.
Janice, if you're listening, which you probably aren't, please come up on the chat.
Which
We
one?
got- I was take a link. No, I'm just kidding.
Prove yourself.
God damn it, take a link. Isn't that so funny when they say that?
Oh my God.
Stop it. But I really would, because I remember a Janice from back in the day, but see, I'm getting her mixed up with Poppy. God rest her soul. Poppy was a woman that was back, but they looked very similar to each other. There was a Janice and a Poppy, and they had dark hair, kind of almost like a mullet, cut. You know what I mean? Like this short in the front, long in the back. I'm wondering if this is the same Janice that I remember. You know?
Rachel said,
Yeah.
I think they are married, but I thought they had picked up the license. I don't know who Janice is. So do you think they only picked up the license or that they did both? Like, I don't know. I could be
Not that
totally
Janice,
wrong.
Rachel. Rachel, I know you're talking about the Janice from Rattle Can
The
shit.
Janice I knew. Are you talking about Janice that's been having Elvis on panel?
I don't know.
That's not the same Janice, I'm sure.
There was a Janice in Rattle Cans shit, and he was like he's the one who, oh god, it goes so freaking deep. He made like sexually explicit comments to, I can't remember who he did it to now. Anyways, that was a whole thing. Is that who you're talking about, Rachel? I can't remember who he did it. This is back like 2 years, 3 years ago. See, Vicky knows who it is sneaking in again. Vicky,
Are you guys? You guys? I do not get in this shit. I swear.
this
But
was
Melissa,
today.
when we were having coffee chat today,
Mhm.
you for you guys that don't know, like we have like
Yes,
there's
I know you
six of us
do.
that have coffee chat.
Yeah.
Well, Mel said that Janice that had when that damn traveling RV Elvis dude
Is that a
when
woman or a man? That Janice.
well, I didn't know because I don't pay attention to nothing. So Mel's like, well, that's a guy. I said, well, no, I didn't know that's a guy. I didn't
Him.
know. It's got not it. I don't mean it like that.
I
I
know.
said,
Don't worry about it.
she's
It's
got
not politically
boobs and
correct.
everything. I didn't. She doesn't
No.
look anything like a man. I didn't have any idea.
Okay,
And
this isn't the same Janice then. Go ahead.
Melissa said, no, that is a transgender guy, woman.
No,
And
this
I
isn't
was
the
like,
same one I'm talking about then.
I said, well, what is with all these Janices?
I
What's
have
going
no
on?
idea. See how Vicky spelled Janice? Jan.
With the US?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's how the Janice I'm talking about spelled his name. And Vicky, who was it that he said inappropriate things to? Like he had a dream he raped somebody or
Oh,
something.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was
What?
horrible, and then the whole community went nuts. Um, but that's who I'm talking about. But this other one, see, I don't watch the whole Elvis thing. I
I
know
don't either. I've just been seeing
Rachel
clips
fucking loves it.
online.
She loves it. She loved laughing and all that shit. I see it on her Twitter.
Well,
So
I keep seeing clips because his channel got canceled or
yeah,
whatever. And
yeah. He's
yeah.
disgusting from what I do see on Twitter. Like
Uh
I've never
huh.
really, I used to go in Bergs just to laugh and all, and I fuck around with them. But I know that portion of like the Boyd or whatever, they all that was their truthfully Trisha or now they're Katie, like how everybody's against Katie and all that. That's they've always been against Elvis, like always trying to
Right.
get his channel taken down. So I've seen stuff then, and like now and then I'll see it on Twitter. But hold on, yeah, sad it got the oh, you guys aren't saying who this Janice. He was a good friend of Neg's Janice that I remember. But anyways, how the fuck did we get even started talking about Janice? Oh, because of the ring.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
guess
Yeah. Yeah.
what? Okay, there was a woman named Janice, dark black hair, short in the front, long in the back, kind of 1980s looking. You know what I mean? That
Mullet.
she used to hang around everybody back in the day when we all started like forming the kind of group that didn't like Trisha, right?
Right.
And I'm wondering if that's the same lady. She's probably in her 50s.
Okay.
That was the ring chick.
I've never seen the lady. I don't know.
Huh. Well, Vicky, you know,
I guess if I went back, let me look on
this is
my
a mystery.
iPad
Yeah,
on
we
the
have to find out.
pictures. I can look on ATX's
Is there a photo of her?
I don't know, let me look on like her thumbnails and see if she posted a picture of her or
All
something.
right. Rachel, I used to go in there because he's from New Jersey, Berks, right? and so I'm from there. But he was from North Jersey. I'm from South Jersey, and I used to try to get him to talk whatever. Well, if you're not giving him money, he doesn't give a fuck, and he's not paying attention.
Okay, so
He's pretty.
if you look on her an hour ago, she's got a picture of what I assume to be Janice with a dunce hat on as her
Oh,
thumbnail.
I don't have her on my Twitter.
No, it's on her YouTube.
Okay, hold
I
on.
don't have her on. I've got her blocked on Twitter.
Oh, she's had me blocked since 1982. I swear to God.
Yeah, she's got me blocked too.
She one time I was somewhere. I think I went in Sam's a long time ago, and I wrote something. She's like, "Oh, she has no grammatical blah blah blah, whatever the fuck." Like, because I didn't spell correctly or whatever,
Oh,
or use my
okay.
word. But I never did like her ever, honestly. And I don't know why anybody ever did, but there's that. Let me see. Hold on. Is it under her and him or just hers?
Miss ATX, just her.
Hold on. I want to see what this person looks like. Oh no, she's got like a ashy blonde hair. That's totally different than what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's not the same person. It's not the same one I was thinking of.
Rachel, I'm talking about ATX has me blocked. She doesn't have me blocked in her on YouTube because I've never chatted in her stream, but on Twitter she does.
Oh, she's got me blocked on YouTube, or has YouTube and Twitter, Miss Rachel, for sure, for a long time. Her and I. Why, I have no idea. But I've never liked her, so I guess it's fair. But I put on Tally's thing today on Twitter. I seen that she did like the Frankenstein thing. What does he make? And I'm like, but was she already like this? I don't think he made her that way. Maybe she intensifies because he always was into that bullshit. You know what I mean? You could hear him back in the day with Trisha in the other room talking shit. And if you remember back old videos, you could hear him talking and getting her riled up or whatever, just being involved.
He likes to be
Loves it.
like
Loves it.
a female. He likes
Mhm.
the girliness, the
Mhm.
cattiness of everything.
It makes me sick to my stomach because
Oh
I
my
can't.
God, Joe would never.
Joe is like, what in the fuck are you even listening to these bitches for? You know what I mean? He's so weirded out by it
Yeah.
all. And if he was in the other room going, oh, Hope. And I remember he used to say numbers when Trisha was on the line. He'd be like, she would go, he'd say something, and she'd be like, oh, 142. Let's just say 142 people now, like and he's doing this same thing, right, with her from the things I did see. So I don't know if he made her worse, but he's always been that way, and she has always been obsessed with old girl for real. Vicky says, I have had only one person block me. Oh, Vicky, you're so popular. No one blocked you. I'm going to block you now, Vicky. How about that? Vicky, she always has that.
Could never. I wish you could see when people blocked you. That'd be funny.
Well,
I don't know who's blocked me. I know when Shannon
oh fuck
681 whatever or whatever her damn number is, when she just made that new profile, like immediately she blocked my whole crew.
What new profile?
I'm like, bitch, I ain't even looking for you. What are you doing?
What new profile?
I don't care. Like she had like her other profile, and then now she has like Shannon 681 something. I don't know. There's something on the end of it.
Oh, so she made like a new Twitter thing or something?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never was friends with her or even really talked to her. So
she calls us the Sudsberries. Like
what?
Like
why?
Suds. I don't know. And she knows exactly who we are. We were friends with her back in the day before we knew about her. You know what I mean?
What the hell are you guys? You don't do anything wrong. Why is she even talking about it?
She don't like us because we're friends with Mel, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, them two were friends back in the day.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know about those Sudsberries girls." I'm like, "You sent us a Christmas card this year, you idiot. Like last year,
I
whatever."
know. I got one from her too. Who did the Christmas? Oh, what's her name? Did the Christmas cards? Oh, Stephanie Green, and I was on the list.
Yeah.
I got one from her last year too. Listen, I
Hmm.
was horrible. I didn't send anyone a Christmas card back. It was horrible. I'm so sorry.
Whatever.
I meant to, and then I kept. I'm such a bad. I'm a procrastinator, and then I put it off and put it off and put it off until I forget about it, and it's not right.
That would be, who has you blocked? Me? I don't have you blocked.
No, I think she's talking about Shannon has her blocked.
Oh, Shannon. Whatever. Who
I
cares?
think. You know what kills me? Uh, it's like I watch a you watch there's certain people that stand out, right? Like, you have certain people that stand out in communities or whatever.
Hmm.
I did break the chain letter, Vicky. And then you have people that just like blindly follow, blindly follow. And I was that way for a while. Anyway, it just kills me that there's certain people that can't see, like, listen, you're cool without them people. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
don't have to follow that person or be in that crowd. Just be you. Who cares?
Right. Right.
If you're not part of this group or part of that or this side or the other side, be your fucking self. It hurt my feelings when I seen, I think it was, is it Miss Paula on Twitter, said she tried to follow somebody, and she got it was pending, and then it went away, and so they didn't follow her back, or they
Oh, you're
declined
talking
her.
about Paula with the
The
cat.
cat, yeah, yeah.
I love
And
her.
I know. And so that person was like denied a request. I'm like, fuck them. You know what I mean?
She
It's
does
their
nothing to
loss.
nobody. Come on now.
Exactly. Like that bothers me. Like, not saying she's a follower, but like people think that they're above certain people. You know what I mean? Like by that.
That's
And
just
that
like
bothers me.
yeah, you know who blocked me and Shell when the whole Black Lives Matter and all the rioting and all
Yeah.
that stuff happened was Uber Goober and Paula. And we've been cool not that yes, Paula's nice, but I'm talking about Paula on Uber's Paula.
I don't know who
And
that is.
Paula, the one that's into like witch stuff and
I don't know her, hon. I know Uber, but I don't know the other one you're talking about. I don't
yeah,
think.
Paul, like she does the Witch's Cauldron, I think is one of her channels, and I don't
Mm.
know what her personal page is, Paula something, I don't know. But anyway, we've been friends with Uber since we started our channel, like have personal numbers, addresses, all that stuff. Like we've sent her flowers when her brother died. Like I mean, we've like personal relationships. And
Uh-huh.
like when all that started, I guess Paula used to be in law enforcement or whatever, and
Okay. So she took a stance on the
so
other
she
side.
took it
I'm not
super
doing that.
personal.
Yeah, but it's okay
And
if you don't agree with each other, but why do you got to go to that level? You know what I mean? Like, would
well,
you be?
first of all, I never Michelle's dad is a police officer. Well,
Yes.
what he's retired, was a
Thank
police
you,
officer.
thank
I
you.
I would never have disrespected police. I
Right.
never would have. But do I? It was I definitely representing my husband and my
Of course.
kids,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. Like
Of
I
course.
was standing up for both
Black Lives
sides,
Matter.
but
Yeah, I
you
understand.
know, Paula didn't come at me, try to talk to me, nothing.
Doctor Poop.
And her and Uber just completely blocked us, did not talk to us. They have not said a word to us. Won't talk to us in chats, like have been totally rude,
And you were close to them, the two of them.
very close. Paula, she claims that she's some type of psychic, this and that, whatever. When my brother died, she tried to reach out to me with that type of personal
Yeah.
situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so yes, I've talked to Paula on the phone several times. She's tried to give me information as far as that type of stuff goes, as far as my brother passing, and like
It
So
hurt
that
you.
kind of
It
was
bothered
a
you.
hit in the gut. Like,
Yeah.
really? You know?
So we all have different political and social opinions about things. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it doesn't mean we have to block. Sometimes you just have to ignore certain things that don't align with what you think. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Vicky said, that I helped her work through. It's hard to feel not part of the group, and I understand that. You know that it is, and I'm glad that you said that I helped you through it. I remember what you're talking about, Vicky, because we were in a chat, and like there's sometimes when you're in a chat and you'll see people that'll say certain code words to each other or
Yep, you're
whatever.
right.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And you feel weird about that. And I remember the specific time with Vicky, and I DM'd her and I said, "Hey, listen, I can't remember my exact wording, Vicky, but it was something like, don't worry about that. This is what it means." Because I always felt uncomfortable when people do that. You know what I mean? And I never
Yeah.
wanted to be that person who would like put the eyes in the chat, you know what I mean? And be like, eyes, MJ.
Lurking. Yeah,
Yeah,
lurking.
whatever. Like, oh, DM, check your text, whatever. And a lot of people do that. And hey, whatever. But you have to know that you're alienating a lot of people by doing that. And
Right,
it's
right.
wrong. It's wrong. If you're going to DM each other or text each other while you're in a chat, then do that. Don't make it
Yeah.
part of the chat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Chances
Right.
are the person you're doing that to knows that you're doing it. So I remember, I think, there you go, Vicky, with the eyes. I think that's what you're talking about. And if that is what you're talking about, you're welcome. And I'm glad that I could do that because that always made me feel uncomfortable in a chat. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it still happens all the time in some very, very popular chats around here.
Yeah. And that's
You
why I
know.
kind of pull back anymore, too. It's like, my
Yeah.
opinion on certain things may not be the popular opinion right now, or whatever.
Well, like we had that conversation today, and Vicky, you're right. It is a strong statement to block, and it was to me, especially for Paula, because you're claiming that you're having these supernatural conversations with my dead brother,
Oh, God
and then
forbid.
you block me over some dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like whether I believed you or not, like that was kind of rude. You
Yeah,
know what I
hell yeah,
mean? Like
girl.
you're trying to say that you have this relationship with the
With the other side and your
other
brother.
side, and you speak to my brother on a regular
Right, Miss
basis, and
Rachel.
then you cut me off. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
messed up, man.
that's rude, and it's uncalled for when it was nothing against you personally. Good night,
Right.
Rachel. Have a
Miss
good night.
Rachel, don't take Ambien and eat cinnamon or brown sugar. Knock it
And
off.
don't be up eating at 3 a.m., Rachel.
She
No
takes her
mac and
Ambien.
cheese. No mac and cheese.
I love you, Miss Rachel. Have a good night. But that is crazy that she wouldn't even maybe shoot you an email or
As
text.
mouthy as that woman is, you would have think she would have cussed me out or something if she was that damn offended. You
Yeah.
know,
Like, or even say, listen, if it's that deep, between the two of you,
yeah,
I'm a little bothered by what you're saying, so I'm going to pull
yeah,
back a little bit, or whatever. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
be real.
I
Like
mean,
she's
she
going
ain't
that
got no
deep with
problem
you.
talking shit to anybody else. Why
See,
don't
I
she
don't.
talk
I
shit to
wish I
me?
knew who you were talking about because honest to God, I'm not
I'll
playing stupid.
I'll figure something out. I'll
Yeah,
send
because
you.
maybe I do know because there is a lot of Paulas in our, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, in our area.
Hmm.
Listen, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Sorry,
Okay, you're
sorry.
fine.
Okay, give me a sec.
It is closed minded. It really is. It really it not only hurt my feelings. It really did piss me off because um like I said, Uber knew. Not only did she know a lot of personal information about Shell and I both, like we had been cool with her from the very, very, very start of our channel, and she was one of the very first people that we knew. And like I think it all, as far as I know, like I don't know of any other thing that would have made them delete us. It happened at that time, and That's the only thing I can think of that would have made them mad. I don't know. So like I think it was kind of, I don't know, very childish. I don't know. But it around here,
But I'm gonna take you guys out with me while I smoke a cigarette. Go ahead, I'm listening. What were you talking about?
is it cold out there? It
I
should be
love it.
cold. Yeah,
Yes,
I do too. I love it.
it's cold. It's like 50 something degrees, I think. A little bit
It's
less.
supposed to get down to 40 here.
Ooh.
40 something. I don't know.
What were you talking about when I went to the bathroom?
Nothing. Just how it was kind of just rude and childish
Yeah.
because
And did you,
especially when Uber knew, because back then when we first started our channel, of course we didn't know the delicate nature of telling people personal stuff. And
oh God, yeah.
Uber knew a lot about both of our personal family stuff, and
Oh
because we
my.
didn't know any better. We were new. So
Yeah.
like for her to turn on us, like that's a sensitive thing, and
When did you come to the everything? How long ago?
um three and a half
On
years
the
ago,
scene first.
about three and a half.
Did you guys remember the porch, right or no?
Huh?
Did you
What'd you
first
say?
come like, on the porch? Is that where you guys? Can you
No.
hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
No, we weren't. Yeah. You can't hear
Okay.
me? Um, we
Yeah, I can hear
actually
you now.
were friends. We were friends with Pam's daughter. Do you remember them have
Okay.
Pam's daughter had a channel called The Couch? I
I
don't know
kind
if
of,
you.
sort of, but don't.
It was very, very PG. Like, um, we've already -10. Are you kidding me?
She's up in
Oh my
Canada,
goodness.
I
Oh
think. Well,
my
like I'm
goodness.
doxing you now. Canada's a big area, so I'm really not. I
I
don't
was
know
gonna
where you live,
say,
but
I
I know
doubt I
that.
can pinpoint it,
You know,
but okay.
I know she has a hot tub and she sits out in the and it's cold and I love it. I
Yeah,
would
that
love to
would be
sit in a hot
awesome.
tub in the cold, right? I've been in a hot tub before when it was snowing outside, and
Yeah,
it was
that would be
perfect.
nice.
But go ahead, I'm sorry. So
Um,
Pam's daughter.
yeah, they had a very PG channel. It was no drama whatsoever, and it definitely wasn't attached to the porch at all.
Right.
Um, her husband was a school teacher. She was like, I think she was just a stay-at-home mom because she had real bad epilepsy, and
Okay.
they had young children. Anyway, it was just a little fun channel that we used to go to. And then we kind of branched off from there. But
Go
other
ahead.
than that, like we never were really into the porch because of the type of, we didn't
Drama.
want to get into that type of channels. Like we were so PG at that time.
Yeah.
Um Bigger following, didn't they? They had a pretty big following. Yeah, the couch did. They did. Um, but then they got kind of twisted up into the porch situation and they
Oh,
kind of
that
shut their
sucks.
channel down. Yeah. But I don't know. We kind of branched off from there. And then that was when Mama Bear, and
Oh, good Lord.
she
That's how
was
you met
real
Uber
big.
through the porch. Uber. That's what I'm wondering how that connection came about.
I can't remember. See, because remember, like Shell would be into those channels, and
Uh huh.
all I did was make the videos and I was out. I didn't give a shit about no YouTube channels, watching nobody. I didn't
Hmm.
care. I did not have no interest in nobody's stuff.
Right.
I barely do now. You know
That's a
what I
good
mean? Like,
thing. That's a
I
good thing.
kind of like will watch every once in a while, but like if I catch
It's
something
easy to
on
get pulled in now. It's so easy to get pulled in.
yeah, like if I see something that sparks my interest on Twitter, I'll get invested and go search and get nosy or something. But like to sit and like really, really be invested in somebody's channel, I just don't do it. I
Same.
just
And
don't have the patience.
Now I'm that way, but I was like into it. I guess it was about a year and a half, 2 years ago. I think I first started with Trisha, and I
That's what
remember.
Vicky just said that too.
Well, I remember first watching her, and I'm like, wait a minute. She was going over a bridge, which is the bridge I go over every Saturday to clean, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh shit, I don't even know how it came up. And I'm like, oh my God, she's like right here. And then she was doing her, I was there when she did that whole blood stream where she like lost her mind on, I guess it was Memorial Day. But
Yeah.
I also watched Shar, who was the original, you could say Trisha Hayter, I guess. And that's where I met Bam. That's where I met almost everybody that I knew through that chat, Kit Kat, and I didn't remember Zigzag from that stream, but she may have been there. Anyway, a lot of the people I know were through that, and then it went from there to Ron, and then from Ron to Katie, and then Yaba, and all them. But I was into it, and now like
Yeah.
now I can't be bothered. I mean, I do see it, but I feel like this. Like some people are way, and now that looking back at the way I was, and now looking from now, I would say to these people, don't get super invested like you are. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it because you could become obsessed with it. You know what I mean? Like, to the point,
Yeah.
like, I see
Yeah.
people doing now where you're going into people's real lives and, you wake up and boom, you're putting on the computer and da da da. I mean, I did that back then. But now it's like, I look at people and I'm like, my God, take a break, because
Mhm.
it's not good for you because you get so
Yeah.
wrapped up in it. And I'm not preaching or what the fuck ever, but you see people are getting so wrapped up. It's like every waking moment, it's about
Yeah,
something on
it's
YouTube,
crazy.
you know? Oh, okay. The pizza girl drama, she said. I remember, and I, like, again, they lived maybe 20 minutes from me. I never, ever thought about calling any place local, going any place local, and I could have, because like I said, that's when they lived down at the beach, Trisha and Sean. Like they lived every Saturday. I was there. I was maybe 5 minutes from there. I never ever thought about getting involved in real life shit. You know what I mean? It just, to
I'll
me,
be right
that's
back.
not.
My phantom baby's pushing on my bladder. I'll be right back.
You better stop it. All right. But anyway, I'm not trying to act like, giving a sermon on the Mount, Vicky, but it's a little much sometimes now that we're going into real fucking life now. And it's crazy. I never considered calling on anyone or looking up anyone ever. Yeah, I could have done it many of times. Like I said, I'm 15, 20 minutes from people. Never would do it. Not that I'm, Miss Wonderful, or I shouldn't say that, or, you know, a saint, but it just never crossed my mind. It never crossed my mind to do that. So where you been, Vicky? Vicky, what have you been doing? Because I don't, wait, hold on, I'm gonna see. Give me 1 second. It never crossed my mind to do that. Listen to my horrible voice. Stop.
I'm back.
Okay. So I was just saying, it's crazy to me to think about going into somebody's real life, but I can't. I remember Uber coming in. I guess it was Randy's stream is where I first seen Uber.
Mhm.
That's where I met her. We were never close. She was very kind to me when we had the hurricane thing, as Randy and B were. But I've never, I went in once in a while, but like I really don't know her that well. But that's how I remember meeting her. It was in Randy's stream, and she had that picture of the old lady in black and white picture.
Yeah.
And this was
Yeah.
before she did live stream. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I just, I wish that I could say to, put in somebody's head, listen, stop doing what you're doing, man. There's more important things, you know, than
Right.
getting that wrapped up in it. Vicky says, I was away for a few weeks and pop in here and there, but not like I used to. Smart, Vicky. Very
Yeah.
smart. So,
I'm so
anyway,
busy watching murder documentaries.
oh my God. I know everybody's saying don't be on Netflix anymore and all that because of that's.
I know that cuties thing.
I didn't watch it.
I want to boycott it, but I just can't.
Well, no. And they're having on September 30th, the Chris Watts documentary's coming on. Well, the Watts, the family, which looks to be good. I've been watching on the HBO about that Nexium. Did you ever hear about that?
What?
It's called, it was a cult called Nexium, and it was a lot of stars from like LA and all got involved in it. But basically, this guy was really smart, and it was like in the early 2000s, I guess, 90s or whatever. Anyways, he got all these smart people. It was basically a pyramid scheme. Hi,
Yeah.
Desiree. How are you?
What?
She's, she's from the
Desiree's
true.
in here. My chat's
Uh,
like on a delay.
Desiree D. She's from Makeup Mobster and that
You mean
community.
Darlene Desiree or the other one?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the other Desiree. I like her. She's a sweetheart. She's
Oh,
from.
well, nice to meet you.
Yes, she's a nice one. Got my cat in one arm and laundry in the other.
Oh, I think wasn't she in here before when I was in here? I think once,
Yes, because I
maybe.
thought she was darling Desiree, and I had. Remember, I said some shit about that. Sword and Scale is a great podcast, Vicky. Great pod. You want to hear murder documentaries, and you want to just listen on your whatever.
Yeah,
Type that. Do you have Spotify, or do you have like I? Do you do the iPhone shit?
I'm iPhone.
So look up in your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sword. It's Sword and Scale. It is. There's some really good ones on there. He's really good.
Oh,
Yeah. But this other one, not being nosy, but I'm forever trying to figure out how everyone got what they are, where they are. That's fine, Desiree. I always blab about it. But MJ was just talking that she first came along. I don't know if you know who the porch is, but their daughter had a YouTube channel, and that's when she came along.
they were the couch,
The
the
couch, not the
couch
porch.
family.
Um, and then I'm going all over the place. So then, when you were after that, that you I know that it freaked me out when I found out Shell was a part of the porch. I had no idea. Shell on Twitter. I didn't know she was a porch person, but she
So
said her
my show? What do you mean?
no, the other Shell. Shell,
Shell 1L?
I think that yes, Shell 1L. Yep,
Oh, okay. I
and
didn't really know that either. Really?
yeah, it surprised me, but she says that her ex was on, like the porch, and that's how she got into it. Yeah,
Oh, oh.
it is funny how we all got together. Like I
Yeah.
started knowing you guys maybe a year ago, not even. I started watching you guys and seeing you on Twitter and Artsy. Mel, I knew back in the day when she was friends with old girl
Mm-hmm.
and Ima, who was I don't remember what her name was back then. I think it was Ima. Anyways, the whole Barbie video bullshit. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I was like totally like against that whole fucking thing. And then I started to I talked to Ima and she came in the chat that I was in. I guess it was BAM's. And I was like, it's fucked up, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I talked to Stephanie and it's all good. This is Stephanie, what's her name? Fuck. Damn it. Stephanie Brown. You'll know that name, Desiree. Uh, and Stephanie was okay with it. So you remember Amanda Love, right?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. They were all friends at that point. Amanda Love,
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie, and all them. And when that whole Barbie thing happened, and I thought it was wrong, but I talked to Ima, and you know, she was like, she's all right with it. And, you know, I started talking to her and I liked her. And then I started liking Mel. And I'm like, you know what? She's not that bad. You know, you start,
Right.
like, you get yourself out of a certain, whatever you want to call it, that you were in. And then you take a step outside and look at things. And it's like, you know what? If they're okay with it, then what the hell am I doing? You know, holding
Yeah.
this torch. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I started to like Mel. I never did really get to be friends with Shannon. Um, but anyways, that's how I became friends with them. I don't know where the hell we went here. I just went left. Um, who's the daughter she's asking about the porch?
The porch star. Well, you know, I don't want to get bashed if I say the name, but
Mm-mm,
it,
mm-mm.
it was her daughter and her daughter's husband, and they had some small kids, and like I was saying earlier, it was just a really fun PG stream. They would sing, they would play games with the chat. They would have certain nights were dedicated to certain things. It was just a really, they didn't get in any drama whatsoever.
Chill.
They didn't
It was
watch other
chill.
streams. It was
Yeah,
just totally chill. It
yeah.
had nothing to do with the porch whatsoever. Not that she didn't get along with her mom, she did, but
Right,
it just
right.
was not any association with her mom's channel.
And then
So
somehow you just expanded and found the porch, and then came to the drama somehow community.
yeah, I mean, we had our channel before we started watching the Couch Family, but then like we kind of met people in there, and then kind of
Well,
started watching their channels, and
how did you and Artsy and is that how you guys met?
I don't really, like I said, I wasn't the one that branched out because I didn't give a shit about YouTube. Like I didn't get, she
So
kind of would
Cheryl
drag
kind of
me
brought
into
everybody
making these
together.
videos, and I'd be like, okay, take me home. Like I'm done. I made your video. Let's go. And then she would sit and watch these lives, and she'd be like, you got to watch Mama Bear. She's so crazy and this and that.
Yeah.
And then I would start watching a little bit of her, and I'd be like, this is stupid. I ain't watching this shit. And then like that would lead to this, would lead to
It
that,
is.
and
It's a
then
rabbit hole.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like Shell's the one that started getting into the lives and stuff, and then eventually I kind of would got like like I still really don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know a lot of the backstories about a lot of these people.
Yeah.
So sometimes I like people that kind of, sometimes you'll pull me aside and be like, look, this is what happened like 3 years ago. You don't know nothing about it. I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, but I also tell you,
But you
listen,
let me make my own decisions. You know
exactly.
what I
But
mean?
yeah, well, that's adults, right? Like I know there's
Yeah.
certain people that you chill with, and I might not, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't bleed into my and your friendship, which I'm
Yeah.
glad that we have. You know, and I would never go, hey, listen, 3 years ago, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Right.
shit. And that's like adulting. Everybody
But
adults.
some of the stuff like I need to know, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
it's true though.
she
And I
is the
would hope that you would
historian.
tell me. No, I'm not. So not. I don't remember half the shit, but I try not to put my opinions on you, if that makes sense at
No,
all.
and I'm like, and we're strong-minded enough people to
Yes,
stand our own. You know what I mean?
and you got to live and learn, don't you? You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But
And
go ahead.
and I don't want to in any way, Desiree, like discredit your question. I just don't like to be. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh my God, Pam, she was saying your daughter's name." Blah, blah, blah. You know how that crap gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um.
I lost you for a minute because I'm out
Oh,
smoking again.
okay.
I smoked
I
half a
thought it
cigarette
might
and I
be
was smoking
someone
again.
who's still around. No, she's definitely. They quit doing their channel a couple years ago. They're definitely not around anymore. That's why I didn't want to really bring
Yeah.
them up.
Well, neither is the porch. To be fair, like everybody's just dunzo
I
for the
think
most
when they
part.
do, they do go live there. It's mainly on Patreon, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they used to be a very big part of the drama community, and then they still, I mean, they're entitled because they've been around a while to say and do what they feel, but you never know with her or him which way they're
Mm-hmm.
going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of steer clear of that. But Vicky was saying
Oh,
she,
Vicky, we've got some lurkers.
we
Nice.
do. I wish they would say hello, whether they like us or
Really,
not.
we don't bite.
It's okay. But Vicky said she has a hard time with the true crime peeps. It's so intermingled now that I don't know half the players anymore. And I think I do understand what you mean, Vicky. But I've met some really good people. Not that I'm friends with them, I'm not deep into it with them, but I do like Makeup Mobster, and I do like Tiffany and a couple other. I mean, I can't think. I'm a member of Makeup Mobsters because I jive with her the whole way she talks and what she said. You know what I mean? I dig
Mm-hmm.
that, right? We might not align views wise all the time with what she feels or whatever, but I do respect her, and I think that she has talent. She's got content like that she has on her. That's how I found her a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago, through her grief. She has a nice series about grief that she goes through about her mom, and Tiffany I met through her, and I've been on their panels, but I don't really know them that well, like I know you, or like, you know what I mean? But they're really the only people, and I kind of watch from the sidelines in the true crime. Like today, I seen that, and I posted it on Twitter, MJ, about the whole drug.
The addiction thing, yeah.
Yes,
That's where you get my
me too,
attention
girl.
because, like, that makes me mad. Like,
I got so upset,
and I didn't even watch that stream. I don't even know whose stream
and
it was,
and
but
I don't even know the guy really that well.
yeah.
Smokey, and Desiree probably knows about it more because that's her, area that she comes from. But man, it killed me to see the things that I seen, and that it's like that
He said
bothered me.
the drama people are holding us hostage.
Listen, I think that some of the people that I guess the true crime people think are drama community are not what I originally, let's just say that, would consider the drama community. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But hey, they're the new drama community, so there's that.
Well,
But
from what I got from what you were saying, they were basically like, they were insulting him for backsliding
yes,
on his recovery or
addiction.
whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, apparently, this guy Smokey, um, he live streams over in the true crime community. I don't know how long he's been there,
Hmm.
or what he's really about. I've seen him a couple times, and apparently he was nodding off during a live stream or has been whatever, and there were people behind the scenes trying to help him.
Yeah.
Discord very big in the true crime community. So
Hmm.
they were all in Discord trying to help, blah blah blah. You know, that was made clear. And then you have people that and then that post that I put on Twitter, you seen the
Yeah.
community post.
What did she mean by that? Tread lightly. What was she
I have no
referring to?
fucking that one. I have no idea. I don't know if it's because people were coming at 180 in the live stream, and
Yeah.
they're all very close, I guess. Discord buddies.
Hmm.
Uh, she came from another community than to our community drama, and then she's in the
She bounces around.
true crime now or whatever. But she was telling somebody to tread lightly on talking about somebody, I guess. And I was like, and in the same token, I seen her write, "Oh well, I really don't know about addiction, so I'm not going to step into this." Da 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 da. But at the same token, no one's allowed to talk about somebody that it's fucking stupid to me. People
Right.
a lot about a little, or what is that? A little about a lot. Always, always. Like I can't explain. Don't get me going on that friggin'
Homie
one.
was posting songs. What?
What? Oh shit! My Discord was trash. I used to have one. I tried to do one, and Jenna helped me do it. And all I did, sort of got MJ, I would sit there and play my stupid music.
Oh, that's good gossip.
Apparently, I didn't know that Discord was to talk shit on people, so no one else would know. I'm playing Al Green and shit.
I'll get out my notebook and take notes.
Take notes on Al Green and Aretha Franklin.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what I was. I sucked at it, but honest to
Someone
God,
invited me to a Discord once,
don't do it.
and you're like, I don't know shit about shit. And I was like, oh my God, I got invited to a Discord. How cool. And it was
Don't.
about Katie. It was like a
Oh,
Katie
for fuck's
Discord. And I was like, shit, I do kind of watch her a little bit. Like, of all the people, I watch her. Because who don't want to watch a train wreck? You know what I mean?
I don't.
So I was like, okay, let me. So I clicked on the link or whatever. And it was actually an app, like a freaking app. And I'm like, oh my
Just
God,
like
like
you and
the freaking
you're
app.
trying to.
Man,
But
I
listen,
downloaded that app. That was so confusing. I
don't
didn't
do.
know if I was coming or going. I was like, what is this shit? I'm like, I'm out.
And
I don't
listen,
even
people will
uh-uh.
screenshot you.
No.
People will screenshot. You can talk on
Yeah.
there. It's stupid. And if you really dislike somebody and hate them to the point of your core, like people do with Katie now, I have
Yeah.
wonderful advice for you. Don't watch her, and her
Yeah.
channel will diminish.
I
That's
don't
it. That's all.
I don't hate anybody to that extent. I
No,
was
I
just
know you don't.
nosy.
I know
I
you
was just
don't.
being nosy. Like, and but if you're gonna go to the depths of the freaking Discord,
Hmm.
no. You
Hmm.
need to go to a therapist and get on some medication and
Girl,
your life because
you
that is too deep for me.
too deep is like your waking moment, waking up on Twitter and pounding away about every little thing somebody's fucking doing.
I thought it
That's
was just like a group chat, like nothing fancy. Like it was a whole app.
girl. They live on that
It
fucking
was
shit.
like the deep dark
Hello, Moonchild.
underground.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here.
Hello.
But honest to God, though, girl, they are in deep.
Yes, they
Too
are.
too deep is what my husband would say. You're caught
Hmm.
up. You're way
Right.
caught up because when you're, I can't even fucking talk about it. It gets me going. He was definitely backsliding on sobriety in his streams. They were pretty hard on him, but I don't know how hard they tried behind the scenes. So Desiree's talking about what I posted on Twitter,
Right. Right. Right.
and you and I both have experienced addiction in our life, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and since this is basically your people, like I I lost my brother to heroin addiction, and so like that you guys any subject that YouTube people get on, I don't really care, but the addiction subject, like that bothers me. Same with, Hopi, like you gotta kind of dance around that subject with me because I will bite your face off, so like I don't know. Go ahead.
yeah, I totally went out because my internet on the patio. What'd you say?
Oh,
Say it
and
again.
no, I was just telling them about my brother and that like any other subject I can kind of let it slide off of me, but
Right.
that subject, like I don't like people attacking addicts, and thank you. Um and like I was telling you earlier, like their journey is their journey, and
Right.
I don't care how many times that they backslide. If they didn't pass away, there's still a chance,
Yes.
and you need to give them that chance. Like you don't bash them if they fall. They're still trying, so
Exactly. And like I
let them
said,
try.
I lost my nephew. He was in active addiction, and he was going to get heroin and was shot and killed. And we still don't know who shot and killed him. And the cops don't care because they think that he's just another addict in that city that was going to cop drugs, and just another one is the way they look
Yeah.
at it. And
Hmm.
for me, like I posted, I wish that he was still alive to relapse so we could help him.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
way I look at it. And I've lived with other addicts. My father was an alcoholic, and my sister was a heroin addict, and she's still alive today, and still, she's on methadone, and I don't care. It's not a secret. But like they were talking about methadone and barbiturates, she would do that on purpose to get the heroin high. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? She used
Hmm.
that. So don't tell me about methadone and drinking and methadone and barbiturates. You don't know what you're talking about, and you should just shut the fuck up, is what I
Yeah.
think.
Right.
And if you never had that in your family or anybody that you love, then maybe you should just be quiet. And I kind of think this too. I'm going on a pedestal, or not pedestal, but a pulpit right now. But um, a lot of people are in active addiction still and going to talk to somebody who's in addiction, talk down to them. You don't do that. You know what I
No.
mean?
No.
Like, I'm sure there are people that are taking pills or drinking or whatever you do. I'm not downing you for it, but don't down somebody else for what they do.
No.
Don't do it. And don't pose as a friend. That's what got me. That's what bothered me the most
Well,
was
it's
the
it's
judge.
so and like I said, it's not only disrespecting the addict, it's disrespecting the families that go through this, and it really hurts. Like I always go back to thinking of what my mother went through when she found my brother,
Uh-huh.
and how it changed my mother. Like you always got to think of like a mother lost their child, or a mother is going through watching
Yep.
their child go through addiction. It's just, you
I can
have to
tell you this.
think, like, have some sympathy for the situation. If you can't feel sorry for the addict, have a heart for the situation of the people that are involved. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
thank you, Desiree. I did see your comment. And just like Hopi, her sister, I lost my brother, but my little brother that's 13 years younger than me, he's also in active addiction. Thank God, like 2 weeks ago, he got put in jail for a probation or a
Is
parole
Wait,
violation.
MJ, I have to stop you there. Isn't that something when you'd rather them be in jail than out in the streets? Because I
Absolutely.
know that feeling. And it's
It was like
so,
a I could breathe again.
yes,
He's back in
yes,
jail. He's back
100%.
in jail.
We know where he is.
Yeah.
He's not like going to get shot and killed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Mhm.
swear to you, my mother, at let's say, but she was probably 62 years old, my sister in active addiction in a ghetto for just not a, I can't think of another word. That's where my sister was, trying to
Right.
get her drugs, not been home for 6 7 days. My mom would go in her car and search for her in the middle of the night, didn't give a fuck if she would get shot, killed, whatever, robbed. She was searching for her baby, and she
Yeah.
didn't care. She had no
Mhm.
fear. So unless you know that, and I would feel that at the age of 14 when she was doing, you know what I mean? My mom's out there doing
Yeah.
it. I always thought about it like this.
Good night, Vicky.
Night, Vicky. Sorry, we're getting deep. I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but we have these opinions and they don't always get heard. So my thing too, like you were saying, MJ, is you have to think about the families too. And listen, I have a heart for addicts. Believe me, I do because I've been through it and I've loved at least four in my family that were okay. But you also have to know the pain of the family too. And I always thought about this on YouTube because it's always let's have a stream to, we're here for you. We're here for. But what about the pain that the families go through? You
Yeah.
know, like the
Mhm.
shit that we go through, the times we were lied to and stole from, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
real, man. It's real that God bless anyone in addiction, and I hope it goes well. But think about, I always wanted to say, why don't we have a stream for people that were like bitter or hurt or whatever because of what we went through as a family. You know,
Right. Right.
there's that too, man. It
But
sucks.
you think of like, I know one of the worst times for me was when my brother was on life support, like he pretty much was brain dead basically, but
Mm.
he was on life support for 5 days, and my other brother, the one that's in jail right now, he came to the hospital with my poor mother, because my mom and I didn't leave the hospital. But my brother came up there with his junkie girlfriend,
Yep.
high on heroin, and
Oh, that's a big word now, junkie. So that's a lot of fighting going on about that. But I know
well,
exactly what
I'm
you're saying.
telling my brother what
I
he
know.
was at that time in that moment,
I get it
and
100%,
I
girl. Yeah.
will say what it is.
You can
You know what
say
I mean?
whatever you want because you were
Yeah.
going through it.
And he came in there in front of my grieving mother and was asking her for money high
Mm.
on heroin
Yep. Do
while
you
my
know
brother laid on life support.
life support because nobody
Yeah.
else matters except for them.
Yeah.
And that's the fucking truth. And I know that there are people recovering or ex addicts, and you might not want to hear this other side, but it's my mother used to have to sleep on her purse
Mhm.
every fucking night. Put her purse under her pillow because if not, in the middle of the night, my sister would sneak and crawl and reach under and try to take her money out of her purse.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
reality. That shit
Mhm.
happens. And
Yeah.
that, I know a lot of people that were in addiction don't want to, they're sorry for what they did. And yes, but this shit really happens to people. And you got to hear the other side sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wish that my nephew was still alive to relapse. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I
Yeah.
really do. And so, how dare anybody, flip side, come on here and go, oh, you need tough fucking love. And we're going to, first of all, you're somebody on YouTube. Who the fuck are you to give tough love to anybody? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The fuck
Right.
out there, man. Sorry, but that's ridiculous. It's not that deep on, it shouldn't be. That's poor guy that's going through it. Find the people in your real life that matter and lean on them. Don't lean
Right.
on anybody on YouTube, man, because it's just going to go wrong. Don't you think, MJ?
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, like, until, like I said, and no addict is the same. Like my brother that died was he is the exact opposite addict as my brother that's alive.
Yes, it's all
My
different.
brother that died did not want to be an addict. He had 2 knee surgeries very close together and got addicted to Percocet that
Mhm.
led to him getting addicted to heroin. He worked till the day that he died.
Yep.
He absolutely was miserable. He went to rehab. He was depressed. He never turned into that um you
Sneaking,
know,
lying,
sneaky, deceiving, lying, never
because he
turned
was
into that.
working. He was trying to
Never.
get his own shit. You know what I mean? I
He
get it.
hated the fact that he was doing what he was doing.
Yep.
My other brother would steal your child's money out of their pocket.
Yep.
He is the most nastiest, uh, like just
I
everything that a person would think an addict is, that's what my brother is.
And you're able to say that because he's your brother. And
Yes.
I get it because I had that in my
Mhm.
life as well. My sister, who is, it's so horrible. I don't even want to say it because I feel like she's done so much wrong and hurtful, but yet my brother is gone, my nephew is gone, my mother is gone, my father is gone, and she is still living. It kills me.
Yeah.
It kills me because to this day, she's still doing the shit that she was doing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean, she can talk the talk. She can tell you every line from Narcotics Anonymous
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
she can speak to speak. But
Man,
oh,
my eyes can only
girl,
go so far.
I'm telling you, it's rough because, like you, I see two different sides of things,
Yeah. And
and
you have to treat them different. You have,
everybody's
so
different.
for someone to be a drug counselor on YouTube, you don't know that person. You don't know the
Oh
type
no,
of addict that they are. So
hell
you
no!
need to step back
Shut
and
the fuck up.
not give advice. You cannot give advice to someone that you do not know personally.
And
You
let's
don't
just say
know if it's this type of addict or this type of addict, you
that.
know?
Well, let's just say that this person was asking them for help and they were really legitimately trying to help this person. One person says, or both people say that they were ex addicts, that they're in
Mhm.
recovery and they were trying to help and that, you know, they were trying to do good in Discord and in private. And then somehow it all became public. Well, as an ex addict, and you would think just because this other person made it public, then you in turn got to do a public live stream about it as well, or you got to post something of a 1950s comic book that says junkie on it. Really?
No.
What good are you doing, dude?
Right.
What good are you doing by
Really
doing
wanted
that?
it to
Tough love? Give me a fucking break. I don't know if Smokey has really even admitted to it, but he was diagnosed strictly by YouTube.
No, see, no.
There you go. I mean,
No, see, oh my God, this is so dangerous.
totally. I mean, listen, you didn't watch the live. He actually brought a box out, from what I seen on this live stream, with his take home methadone and was saying, I got this last Thursday, opened it up and showed the seals were not opened to show people that he wasn't dipping in to his, to his take homes. I mean, why?
Desiree, relapse is part of recovery. And if you don't relapse, my God, you are dropped from God, from
Yeah,
heaven.
exactly.
Because you are one of the chosen one if you don't relapse as part of your recovery. Hey, Shell.
Shell. Hey, Shell with an L, one L.
To
Both
prison
my
because I
parents were
quit.
addicts. I used to wish for prison because I feared the end. They were unable to hear anything and convinced the world was against them, even me. Hey, by the way, we were just
Exactly,
talking
Shell.
about
That's why
that.
I'm so glad that my brother's ass is sitting in jail right now.
We were
And I
just,
hope that they send his ass back to prison.
yep,
Honestly,
we
that's the
just
best
were talking
place
about
for him.
that. I don't know if you were listening, Shell. I remember it was December and my nephew was in active addiction and he would go first thing in the morning as much as you would beg and plead, please don't. Listen, I watched him try to go cold turkey off of heroin. First of all, he did it, he started with pain medicine when he got hurt on a construction job, right?
Same thing. Yep.
Yep. And then after the doctor, boom, cut him off, he was buying pills. And I wrote this all on Twitter, so it's not a fucking secret to, it's open. And he had a house, two jet skis, a Harley, two cars. He was doing wonderful. Then the doctor cut him off. He went to pills. He started buying pills. Then a friend came and said, "Oh, because he's like, man, I'm spending too much money on pills. Oh, well, try this. Oh, you're in withdrawal. Try this. It's cheaper, and you'll feel better." And he did it, and it was heroin. Not that he didn't know what he was getting into. He did, absolutely. So I remember him. He lost everything, by the way, within almost a year. Lost the house, lost the cars. Anyway, he would go every morning to go try to get it. And finally, he didn't come home. And I used to know the exact website to check to see if he was in prison or
Hmm.
jail. And I would look it up. And once I seen that he was, my heart was okay for a little bit because
Yeah.
I knew that that's where he was. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And so that's what we were talking about. So I guess it's a personal thing when you got to deal with it as a child, as a sister, as a brother, as a friend. It's all different. But we were talking about in the true crime community. There's a guy in active addiction. He's on methadone, and Apparently, or not apparently, you can look at my Twitter. 180 did wrote a community post because he was, tired of this guy not taking his advice or tired of him not listening, that they all were trying to help him. So they basically said, you're a junkie, blah, blah, blah. Boom, put it up. And there were 2 live streams, one for what he said and said it was tough love, and one against what he said. And then that's how this whole thing came up, because I
It's
posted.
not their place to give him tough love. Who are
Yeah.
they?
Well, apparently they're his Discord buddies who tried to help.
Yeah. Okay. So it's their place to make it all,
When I
public
see,
and put him on blast and embarrass him,
girl,
because
when
that's
I
just gonna push someone to, over the edge. No, that's not how you handle that. No.
girl, when I seen him opening up a box of take homes and showing the seal, my mother, it took me back to a place I didn't want to fucking go. You know what I mean? My
Mhm.
mother was on Valium for about 30 years. She took 5 milligrams daily, never went over her, never took more of it than she had to. You know what I mean? Strictly just what she needed to do. My sister went on methadone after heroin, and she would steal my mom's Valiums so that she would get a high from the barbiturate and the methadone. And,
Yeah.
she would nod off and shit because she was mixing the 2 of them. And listen, let's be real. Any methadone clinic in America, there are drug dealers out in front of the methadone clinics pushing
Absolutely.
barbiturates. That's the
Yeah.
real fucking deal. You know what I mean? You've seen it. I know it. We both know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Shell just said that
nuts.
her mother was on methadone. She traded one drug for
Yes,
another. Absolutely, that's what they
that's a
do.
deal.
Yeah.
I've heard that methadone is harder to get off of than heroin.
Yeah. Hmm. When
It's
my
like,
brother finally went to rehab, first of all, it was like hell getting him in rehab,
oh
because
yeah.
you have to wait for a bed to.
Hmm.
So he had to live with us while he was waiting for a bed to get in rehab. That took
Hmm.
about 3 weeks, and we were
Yep.
lucky that he even got in that quick.
Yep.
Now, what is absolutely mind blowing about that, to get into the rehab, they have to be, they have to piss dirty
Hmm.
to get into the rehab. So we had to allow him to
To do it.
continue to use while
Wow.
he was in our house with our
Oh,
children.
girl.
So we had to allow him to use a minimal amount of heroin. First of all, because he would be deathly ill
Of
because
course.
of the withdrawal,
Yep.
and because the first night he was there, we were like, no way, hell no, no
And,
way.
and here's
And
the
he
thing
was
too.
so
Wait,
sick
real
that
quick,
I thought he was literally gonna die.
MJ, and how you and your husband brought that in the home and dealt with it as a family. That's when the 2 of you are going to be together forever, because you're going through some kind of shit like this. He's taking it on. You're taking it on. It's for the family, which people don't talk about often. The shit that you guys probably went through over this is unbelievable. And I
Yeah.
know what you mean, because I watched Marky, my nephew,
Hmm.
actually shit himself when he was trying to
Yeah.
cold turkey it.
Yeah. It,
To see
it
a
it was
grown
almost
man do
that
that
point.
is sad. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
I mean, they
Horrible.
vomit, they get diarrhea, their
Yeah.
blood pressure goes up. I was taking his blood pressure, and it was like to the
Fucked up.
point where I thought he was going to stroke out.
Yes.
And then finally Joe said, "Take him. Just
Yep.
take him." And
God bless him.
at that point we were like, "What do you?" And I asked the rehab place. I was like, "So I have to allow this to happen in my home
They're
for
fucking.
you to take
Oh,
him
kills me.
and help him?" And they were like, "Yeah, he has to be dirty for us to take him."
And the
And
funny
I
thing
was
too,
like, "Isn't
and,
this a bitch?"
yeah, and horribly, they're a business too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's sickening, but it's true. They're a business too. And I know exactly what you're talking about with the beds.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get a bed, to get somebody in treatment. It mind blowing.
But you know what, the first he wasn't allowed to use the phone for like the first couple days. but there were vending machines outside where they allowed them to go outside and smoke. He was like, when he was able to call me, he said, Mary, he said, there's these drug dealers that come and
Mhm.
in the vending machines where the change is,
Yep.
you can put money in there. The drug dealers will come and put heroin in there, and
Mhm.
you can do a drug exchange in those damn vending machines.
Oh yeah.
I
Do you
was
know
like,
where?
at the freaking rehab? He was like, yeah, you can
Do you
get drugs
know
in rehab.
where the methadone clinics were located? Where I lived at was about 2 miles from the hottest drug spot. You know what I mean? Like they
Mm-hmm.
were inches from each other.
Oh, yeah.
So for you as an addict to have to go and wait in line for your methadone to try to do better, you would have to drive past where you could cop drugs, and
Mm-hmm.
then on top of that, have them in the parking lot there waiting to give you
Waiting for you.
whatever the hell you wanted. Yeah.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, what the hell as a country or the fuck we doing? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you this, if heroin's not a part of your family's fabric, the way this country is, somebody in your family will be addicted to pain medicine. And if they don't abuse it and they don't get addicted to it, I hope they never do. But chances are something bad is going to happen because of it. You know what? Don't you agree with me?
Absolutely. And I also think that they have the laws are set up for them to fail, obviously,
Mhm.
because the I know here in Ohio and definitely in Columbus, the drug court system, he told
Mhm.
me out of his own mouth that this drug court will be the reason why I fail.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because when they put him on, it's called drug court, he had to do 90 meetings in 90 days,
Mhm.
which is unheard of. He gets no breaks. 90 meetings in 90 days. You cannot work, so therefore you have no income because they don't want to have them
Possible.
any access to money, so they can't get drugs, which is no access to money to live,
They
which
set them
makes
up
no
for
sense.
failure, hon. They
Yeah,
set them
right,
up for
right.
failure.
So he was under an enormous amount of stress because how do you get gas to go to these 90 meetings in 90 days?
Yep.
They won't supply any type of help, to get to these meetings, but yet you have to drug test clear across town, which is like 45 minutes away, 3 times a week. Um, you know
And
what? Like these
it makes you
stressful.
it makes you think that the parameters that they set up are not done by people who've ever had addiction or have people in their family that have had addiction
Yeah,
because
the
it's damn
stress
near
that they put
impossible.
them under, and then you mess up one iota, they put you right back in jail.
Mhm. It's rough, man. I mean, and as like I know there's so many things going on in our country, but I look at a group of a generation that has been fucked up by this whole drug, uh, opiates. It's nuts. I
Hmm.
mean, if you sit there and go, hold on a minute, let me look back. Do I know anybody in the circle of my family that's been touched by addiction of opiates? Chances are you have one, two, maybe three people that you know, and some are probably in denial of addiction. Some are
Yeah.
going through addiction. You know what I mean? It's horrible. And that's why, like with Bill, when he had his stroke after his heart attack and he had the neuropathy, they had him on pain medicine. And I was so fucking scared because I looked at my nephew, you know what I mean? And I love my sister. And I'm like, I don't want him to get addicted. Well, his body didn't react well to opiates. He would get sick. He was gray. He couldn't eat. So
Hmm.
I've always said that, Bill is a marijuana smoker. And when we found the kratom by chance, by God, that he's not on any type of chemical for his pain. And I wish that there was some other alternative out there for everybody that has everyday pain because people do.
Yeah.
Good
Hmm.
night, Shell.
Well, just like me having the surgery, they send me home with 12 pain pills.
Oh, that was
12,
crazy. And then
12,
what that
5 milligram. pain pills.
girl. What
And
the
that doesn't
fucking
even touch nothing, you know.
no.
Like, so you have a major surgery and they give you 12
Well,
pain
it's
pills.
because of what's going on in you know what I mean? In the
Mm-hmm.
in this
Night
country.
shell.
That's why. Because of everything that's going on. So
Mm-hmm.
you need it. You just got out of surgery, but you're being I don't want to say picked up or
Punished
you know what I
or
mean,
whatever. Yeah.
accountable for every addict because people get addicted to opiates.
Yeah.
So you need it. That pissed me off when I read your post about that.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. We went
But
into
then, of all people, do I understand? Yeah, I
yeah.
get it. But
Oh yeah.
well, I gotta suffer. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
I get it.
It's just rough, man, and I hate to bring it down, and I'm sorry that we talked about it, but it's reality,
No,
guys.
I mean, we've been needing to talk about this for a while, you know?
No, April, you're here, hon. How are you?
Hey, April.
You know April?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've
I
known
know
her
April.
for years. Yep.
Oh, I know April. Hi, April. From your
I
chat.
mean,
I'm
you
sorry.
probably,
From your
she
chats.
just, yeah, but she just got allowed back on Twitter. She gets
Ah,
banned all the, she gets, she gets banned all the time because her mouth
I love
is
it.
always, yeah.
I've been in YouTube, Twitter jail 3 times, so I get it, girl.
Well,
Does
she
any
got like banned for life. I don't know how she got back on.
girl, what did you do?
Well, of many things, like I think she, what was it? I think she did something to Charlie Sheen one
Oh,
time. I think Hillary Clinton pissed her off one time. Oh, she is
me
Twitter
too.
famous. She's
I
friends
love
with Iggy Azalea, so she is Twitter famous. Um,
it. That's great. Hey, I'm friends with an ex-Eagles player, so there's that.
well, then you're famous too.
No, not. Does anybody else want to come up on panel? I mean,
April might if her husband went to work. I don't know if
you're
he went to
more
work.
than welcome. Desiree, April, because
Anybody?
I mean, we
Anybody?
only have like what 5 people, but that's okay. I'm happy for
Right,
it.
right, right.
Me and you just went off on a tangent, but you know what? It needed to be said.
Yeah,
I
it
think
did.
it
Yeah,
helped, and you know, it's kind of cathartic, isn't it, to be able
it
to talk
is
about it? I
because
think.
it really like it really brings a lot of it reminds me of how much bullshit really happens during that situation.
Yeah,
Like,
and for me to look at that, you know, I've been staying away from drama, MJ. You know, I've been trying to be all cool and shit, and like I seen that, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta say something.
yeah,
Ugh,
especially that situation. Yeah, your mouth does have zero fucks, April. It really
that's
does.
okay. You're my kind of gal. My husband's still not back after his fucked up back surgery, she says.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
Damn. You want to come up on panel, April?
She's probably got to be quiet.
Oh. Why? Oh, she's got little ones.
Well, no, but he might be sleeping. I don't know.
She said he's still not back. I'm listening. Desiree, you could come up if you want. You know, we've been running our jaws. I enjoy people that are in my face. I like to be around people that are mouthy. I like to be around people that aren't
Well,
sickeningly
April's
sweet.
got this like really, really strong Boston type accent.
I like that.
Like everything that she says is funny to me because she says "car," like
Uh,
when I'm
yeah,
driving my car, and
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
pop the
oh my
car.
god, yeah, like
Yeah.
she's got like a Marky Mark, New Kids on the Block accent type thing.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Now I am, you know, down south, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm around the Southern Belles, who are sickeningly sweet, like the iced tea down here, and a lot of it's fakey here. And I am not used to that because I am from New Jersey, right near Philadelphia, and I am used to people being in your face and saying, "You know what? Look, I don't fucking like you," and I'm good with that. You don't like me, tell me,
Right.
but don't, you know, pretend to like me and then behind my back say I'm a jerk off. So I enjoy people like that. And a lot of people are, you know, don't like that. They'd rather have a nice, sweet, smiling person in their face and don't care what people say behind their back. But I'm the opposite. I enjoy somebody who is. his like that. Uh, she'd leave her family for Marky Mark. Hey, I might too, but he's small though, isn't he? He's a little guy, isn't he? Height wise.
Height wise, I think, but he's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
bulky.
yeah. But I mean, like tall wise, he's not very big that way.
What do you say?
Yeah, yeah. I remember them Calvin Klein ads. I don't know if they were photoshopped. Um,
Right.
Desiree, where are you from? And how did you get into your the true crime community? Because that's interesting to find out, right?
Yeah.
Big where it counts, she said. There you go.
Oh, and April's got that picture of that leaked picture of who's that guy, April? Um, he was I don't even want to talk about it.
What? You can't say he was and then be quiet. Does that kratom stuff work? Yes, it does work for pain. I think it's still not
Where
legal.
in West Virginia do you live? Did we talk about this last time, Desiree?
I don't
My mom
know.
lives in Princeton, way at the bottom by Virginia.
I gotta pee. Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. Who's that guy, April, that you sent me that picture? Chris Evans. Yeah. That was pretty impressive. I don't even know who he is. We sent that around coffee chat this morning. Me and Shell did. We had to show the crew. You're in Charleston. That's not far, like an hour and a half. We go through Charleston when we go down there. Princeton is so dinky and little and ridiculous. I was born there. I was watching my big gypsy wedding or whatever that they play on TLC, that gypsy wedding show, and they were in Princeton. That because a lot of the gypsy families are in like Morgantown and Princeton and a lot of those little towns down in West Virginia. I mean, I know he's one of those superhero people. Yeah, an hour and a half. Yeah. Princeton is like right on the border of Virginia, like Bluefield, Princeton area. It's where I'm from. It's like a little dirt bag city. I hate to say that, but there's like nothing there. Isn't he like a superhero, April? Like a, I don't know, like a superhero? You got lost and found the true crime community. I got lost too. I need to be in the true crime community because that's all I sit and watch is crime shows. Between me and April, we could pull off a crime and get away with it. Captain America, I knew he was one of those guys. Now I gotta pee. You just worked me.
I'm back.
Now I gotta pee.
Go ahead.
He's Captain America. She's got
Oh,
a
is real pain?
that. Oh my god, yeah. It's enormous. You wouldn't. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's like a tree trunk.
Girl, I'm not a big fan of it the way it looks.
I'm not
Sorry.
either. I'm not either, but it's impressive. Like,
Yeah, I get it. Go ahead, go to bathroom.
hold on.
All right, so what do we got? There are Princeton is about an hour. I know where you are. You're up North Jersey. I love true crime too. BTK is my family, remember? Really? Nuh-uh. Is it April? Do tell. Hold on. Fucker. Can you guys hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Because I'm out here smoking. Desiree, I wish you would come up on panel and tell me how that happened. I watched about the BTK case, April. I like true crime too. We were just talking about a podcast called Sword and Scale. Have you ever listened to that? True crime? Thank you, Moonchild. Where do you come from, Moonchild? What community on YouTube? No, they fucking lost, Desiree. Listen, I'm so upset about my Eagles. And I know that April's probably a New England fan, so she probably don't want to hear about them, but I am an avid Eagles fan, and I'm very upset with my quarterback and my defense, so there's that. Oh, it's really good, April. If you like podcasts, write it down. Sword and Scale. You'll enjoy it. And I don't know if you listen to True Crime Garage. That's another good one as well. Podcast.
Okay.
Beck? Meh,
Yep.
my Brady left, so I don't care. Well, wait, are you now a Tampa Bay fan? We're talking football for a minute, MJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your man was so happy with the outcome of the Dallas game.
Yeah, he was.
I was sick to my stomach.
I bet you
Getting,
were.
I'm getting sick of Crime Junkie. Well, try those ones. You'll like it. True Crime DC, but just watch. Laugh out loud. I mean, Moonchild said, have you been around a while? I asked her where she was from in the whole YouTube scheme of things.
Oh, yeah.
I will. Maybe next time. I just got home. I've been, oh, that's okay, hon. Don't worry about it, Desiree. No pressure.
So you never chat? Are you a lurker?
Lurkers are okay. Just don't put them eyes in the chat.
It's her pet peeve.
No, only when I'm like, let's say me and you were in the chat, and I put the eyes in and go, eyes, MJ. You know, like it's this big secret.
And then you
between
hear my DM go ding.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I'm a fuck all football person now. Okay, that's cool. I love True Crime Garage too. You ever listen to them, MJ? They're really good
Yeah.
too. They got good
I'm
cases
not
on
sure
there.
I could listen to something and not watch it.
Oh, okay. You're more a sight person.
Yeah.
Because I'll do it when like I'm in the shower. I'll listen to it, or I watched you on MM's. Oh, thank you. I was only on there like 1 or 2 times, I think, but I appreciate you coming over for sure. I don't really get on. What do you call it? That much. I work a lot. Panels, yeah. Oh, Desiree's a Steelers fan. Okay, I have my boss is a Steelers fan. Avid. She's into them, boy. She's real sweet to me. And we'd never like Philly, Pittsburgh. There's no problem there. Like we're in the same state, but it's all good. They're different. AFC, NFC.
I'm kind of glad football came back.
Oh, I bet you were.
It was getting boring around here.
Listen, Bill, did you see my tweet the other day when Bill was watching the friggin' fighting camels? What the hell?
What?
The college team? He loves college better than professional.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw it and I didn't get it. I was like, what?
That was the name of the fucking team because they don't have all college teams playing. So he's watching like Chanticleers against the fighting camels.
You just got a whiff of what, April? What are you
Tanning bed? Oh, for Christ's sake.
She'll come out the woodwork with some stuff. You're like, what? She'll text me in the middle of the day with like a random picture and I don't know.
Makes you smile though, right? That's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So when you're a Taurus, I'm a Virgo. What's everybody else in the chat? Just curious.
I'd imagine April's a Taurus.
You think so?
Well, if her name's April, maybe. Probably.
Maybe, but she could be an Aries.
That's true.
But she got a whiff of something.
Probably maybe weed. I don't know.
I don't know. It came from the tanning beds. Oh, she smells like the tanning bed, I think it said.
You've been going tanning? What?
Taurus as fuck, she said. There you
Yeah,
go.
I
My
believe
daughter's
it.
a Taurus too, May 1st. And my two best friends that are twins are Taurus. Capricorn. Look, we're all earth signs.
I don't know
Hello.
about all that stuff.
I used to do people's charts.
Oh, you did?
I did for money back in the day.
Nice.
Oh, she's a cusp though. She's
Joe's a Virgo.
see, we congregate together as earth signs. She's
Mm-hmm.
half Aries though. She said she's a cusper. Well, you guys, you want to keep talking, or are you tired?
I'm not tired, but
I'm not tired.
do you work tomorrow?
No,
Oh,
girl.
no. I was wondering, like, what is
What the
going
hell's
on?
Hope doing? My grandfather's May 1st, mom is April 30th, and son is okay. I love Tauruses. I do. They're my people. Capricorns too. My mother was a Capricorn.
We're
My
kind of
husband's
mouthy.
what? Capricorns?
No, Tauruses are
Oh,
kind of
that's all right.
mouthy.
That's okay. I deal with it. My husband's a Scorpio.
Shut up, April.
My Scorpio is going to be pissed off because there's only one cigarette left with him.
Uh-oh.
Well, whatever. Somebody said they changed the dates for signs. Oh, I don't.
Is
Maybe
that?
we did. I don't know.
Why would they do that? Because it's 2020?
Fuck people up. Did you hear? Oh, you probably did. So you know that I work in a grocery, right? Grocery
Yeah.
store doing deliveries. Well, anyways,
Mm-hmm.
they took our hazard pay uh, back in June. We're getting like a fucking dollar an hour extra, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they took it. I just read that Walmart just gave all their people a friggin' raise. I am like, what in the fuck, man? We've been out here since this whole thing started. And they shit for
Right.
pay. I heard that my two big bosses, you won't even know the amount that they got in a raise. I'm talking like 25 grand.
What?
Swear to you. Yep.
And they give you $1 more?
Kills me. They gave us a $400 bonus, a one-time $400 bonus. These motherfuckers are getting 25 grand extra. For what?
You should be getting that shit too.
Kills me, girl. Kills me. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this, like, I don't know how true it is. It's gossip, but oh God, makes me so mad that everybody.
April's husband's getting his hazard pay taken too.
See, what the hell, man? And you're talking about people that have been out here since the whole damn thing started,
Right.
working and getting shit. And then listen, I know people lost their jobs, and I feel bad for them. Girl, they were getting $600 extra on their unemployment. So people that were making, let's say, $300 a week, were getting $900 a week with unemployment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that bothered me so bad. I got to let go of it. And now, they're bitching. I understand that some of the people, because they're not getting 100% unemployment, like the people that made more money, it wasn't adding up to what they make normally. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
get that. But why not just give them 100% of their unemployment?
Right.
Like, what the hell?
Well, like we're technically self-employed because Joe owns his, like we own a business.
Yeah.
So like we don't get shit extra, and
But
Joe didn't get no type of hazard pay or nothing.
did he
And
apply for one of them loans, though?
no,
Oh,
but
he should.
I know, but he just looks at stuff. I don't know
He's a
why.
worker. He's a worker like
He
my bro
feels like
was.
he shouldn't take from me. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
know.
I don't
That's
know
how.
why he feels like that, but he feels like it's taking stuff that he
But
doesn't.
no, he should definitely apply for that loan for sure
Yeah.
because it is for small businesses. Moonchild says, my friend works at Walmart and works so hard and get well, I just read and you let her know or him know that Walmart was giving, unless it was all bullshit, a pay increase to their employees. I read it like 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, April, they were making when I tell you this, I was up front because I work in the back, but I was up front customer service. I was getting cigarettes and this guy in front of me had his unemployment card. This was like a month ago. Anyways, he's like, I know there's $6,000 on here. And I'm like, what? What?
Oh my
Back
god.
pay. It was back pay, but still, it was because of the extra money on top of what he normally makes. So it was 6 grand he had.
Shit.
What the fuck?
Mm-mm-mm.
Jeffree Star. Oh, he took $2 million in them loans?
I heard about that shit too.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That is so horrible. God damn it, man. He should be, oh, he should have to pay that back. And listen, I do like his last palette he came out with, but that is disgusting.
You can get the same damn palette at Color Pop for a fraction of the price.
Like a dupe?
Well, it's not a dupe, but it's the same damn colors.
Yeah, it's messed up just to have that name on there, right?
Yeah.
Fucking gross, man.
I don't buy nothing of his actually, but
He's fucked up, man. I can't believe he took money for that. There were a couple other big companies that did it too. Yeah, he does look like an alien. Disgusting. I can't even believe that, man. That's messed up. There's so much fucking going wrong in this world. It's crazy. I hate it. And there's nothing like the little person can do about it, you know?
ain't nothing you can do about it.
All you can do is live your life the right way that you think it should be, you know, and I hope that it makes a difference somehow.
Yeah, you can't go around and complain about what everybody else is doing because you can't change it. Can't do nothing about it.
Nope, nope, nope. I took a pork I just thinking about food, sorry.
What?
Random.
You took a pork, huh?
I took a pork roast out for tomorrow. I have this hot pepper jelly
Mm-hmm.
that I'm going to put on top of it and roast it tomorrow. I always talk about food. Everybody in work is like, don't talk to her. She's always talking about fucking food. I'm always
It's always
thinking
fancy
about,
food too.
oh, it's so good. I made it before. I put it on there right before like it's done so it crisps up.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. So good. What you have for dinner tonight?
What did you're gonna be like gross
Oh,
because he didn't feel like really doing anything. We have freaking breakfast, like fast food breakfast.
girl, there
Gross.
ain't nothing wrong with breakfast for dinner. You say, girl.
It was disgusting. It really was. I think that's why I got out of bed because I was like not satisfied.
Where'd you get it from?
Freaking McDonald's. It was disgusting.
No, I love a McDonald's breakfast. What did you have? I love the sausage egg McMuffin.
That's what I got.
That's my favorite. I could eat 3 of them. Fat ass.
I didn't do that, but it
Wait,
was
I
kind
thought
of
you were on the keto. What happened, girl?
well, because I've been kind of shut up. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Zipping it.
Yeah, it was past my keto time. It didn't count.
It's okay.
No, since this surgery, I've been craving carbs like crazy.
I bet I couldn't live without them, honey. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. April, listen, when I moved down south, when I tell you the first time about 5 years ago, right? We come in, I'm starving. My friend picks me up from the train, and she's like, "Oh, you want to stop and get something to eat?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's get something to eat." So I get to the McDonald's. We go to McDonald's, and we're trying to get like a what we just talked about, sausage egg McMuffin. They don't have McMuffins. Everything's on a biscuit. Then I try to get a soda to drink with it. Nope, no soda, just sweet tea. That
Ew.
was my yeah. That was my first introduction. Everything here in North Carolina is on a fucking biscuit, and I hate it. I've had
I
enough
don't like biscuits.
biscuits and barbecue. I'm done with it. I just it's overload. It's overload. I miss bread from up north so bad. I would pay someone to send me good rolls and bread down here because they don't know how to make bread. Or it's the
Right.
water, something. It's horrible. It's horrible.
April, are you serious? Because I'm gonna be pissed because I
Oh, good
have been
Lord.
starving. I seriously wanted mac and cheese so bad last night that I would have put freaking a pile of cheese on anything and ate it. Like I wanted mac and cheese so bad. I was like, what the frick can I make
Is that
noodles?
why I seen that post on Twitter with the mac and cheese?
Oh my god, I wanted it so bad. And
Bill
we
said,
had no freaking noodles in this house.
Bill goes, Hope, we were talking about something. He's like, "Oh, you've never made homemade mac and cheese," which I haven't never attempted to do. I'm sure I could. And I'm looking at him like, "You motherfucker! Everything I make is homemade." This he can come up with things that I don't do correctly. I said yesterday I made Philly cheesesteaks, right?
Hmm.
So I make them. There are no green peppers in Philly cheesesteaks. I'm sorry to tell everybody who thinks they are, but down here, that's what they call it, steak and cheese, and they put green peppers and onions. The onions I can take, right? So I
Yeah.
made, and he picks it all up. Just your husband look at his food before he eats it.
My husband, oh my
Yes.
god, he's the biggest picker that ever
Oh,
walked.
I hate that so bad. He does that. But what the fuck are you looking through the food that I make you for? Oh well, I said, do you think I'm poison? You don't have a big life insurance policy. You don't need to worry about.
It's not that deep.
No, I hate that. It kills me. He's picking it apart. Also, Mary, forget about a wop like ever fucking. Oh,
I already know, April. Shut up. I don't care. Spray it with a water bottle. I don't care. It's not my problem. It's his.
oh, she said steak and cheese. You're killing me. You mean cheesesteak, right? My husband does the same to me, and now I tell him it tastes better when he makes it. Yeah, this motherfucker can't even boil water. So there's that.
Joe cooks everything, so I
I
don't
know
care.
you're spoiled rotten.
I really am.
Mhm. You really are. He used to make breakfast every Sunday, and now he pulls out the disabled card on me all the time.
Moonchild's got it right. It does taste better when they make it. You got that right.
Yeah, I wish. Drier than the Sahara, she said.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. April, it's
Yeah,
better than bloodier than the freaking nut,
right,
whatever,
right.
than a massacre murder.
Oh, that's the word. I am so glad that doesn't happen to me anymore. So glad.
Yeah.
That was the worst of the worst of the worst. Well, I was saying earlier, just popped in my head about that Nexium. You
Yeah.
gotta watch it. It's so crazy.
When you first said it, I was like, son of a bitch, I took that damn pill for 10 years. I was like, what are you going to tell me I have? I got to Google it.
I think that's what it's called. Anyways, next I might be wrong, but I think that's how they pronounce it. But it's like NXII, some bullshit like Roman
Oh,
numeral.
Desiree put that in the chat earlier. Didn't
Yes,
she? Yeah,
yes, she
yeah,
did,
yeah.
and I didn't address it. But this guy, right? Like he's like this little weirdo guy with glasses, and he gets all these people to follow him because he's so smart. Blah blah blah. Anyways, something good. They live up in Albany, New York, and they have this little cult going, and they're going to change the world with the way they think. Da 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 da. Well, it turns into basically like a pyramid scheme, or that might have been it all along. But
Mm-hmm.
then there's an offshoot. of these chicks that do a group, and they brand themselves right near their pubic region, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's Ima. Hey, Ima.
Hey, Ima.
And they brand themselves, right? Like as this vow that they take for this group. It's supposed to be all about sisterhood. So the one chick has it done, and she looks in the mirror and she sees it's the dude's initials, which it's supposed to be a sun and mountains and all this shit. But she looks and she goes, "Oh my god, it's his initials." And they start figuring out this is fucking weird and all this. So, anyways, he went to jail for a sex trafficking, I think,
That's what
embezzlement.
April just said. Isn't it a sex club or something?
It was the one shoot off was. It definitely was. And so anyways, he's in jail, but there were some famous people involved in it. Like the one lady had to go and get her daughter out of the cult and all that kind of it was the way this documentary is made is really good. Like, sometimes you watch a documentary, it's
Would you
shit.
say it was on? What?
Hey, do you have HBO on Hulu or HBO
I'm
Max?
sure
It's
I
called
do. Our cable bill's outrageous. I'm sure we have it.
about 3,000 a month.
Yeah.
It's called The Vow.
Oh yeah, I did see you say that earlier.
So good. You gotta watch it. It's really made well. What are you
Yes,
doing?
April, I want some pasta sauce. Why are you getting 7 cases of it?
Speaking of, you guys need any pasta sauce? For some reason, I'm getting 7 cases for free. For real, and I don't know what to do with it.
She
Red?
must have bitched about it, so they're sending it to her.
Yes, the girl from Supergirl was the main chick. She was at the top, and they would call people underneath of them slaves. Yeah. And what you would do is, like, let's say I'm recruiting you, MJ, and I would
Mm-hmm.
say to you, okay, you're making this vow to me. I need you to give me collateral. So you would have to give me like a video of you talking shit on your husband or
Yeah.
nude pictures or something like that. So if you tried to skip out, I had all this shit on you.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah, the vow it's called. That's what they were asking these people to do, and like you would get blindfolded and have to go to this house and get this branding done and all. Yeah, it's crazy, man. There's a new episode I haven't watched yet. It's like a 5, 6 part series.
All right. I gotta figure out if I got that channel.
Yeah, HBO, you should have it. I
Yeah,
mean,
I should. I damn well better be paying for it.
cable's fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you? I told Bill I want to just do. We can do Hulu, Netflix, and internet, but no, he's got to watch the local fucking news all the time.
Oh yeah, Joe would too. Joe would never get rid of
Oh,
regular cable. No way.
it's ridiculous. I mean, what have you been up to, girl? What's going on?
Yeah, well, she said your food porn
Oh yeah.
the best. It is really.
Well, thank you. I love to cook. I do like to watch people eat. It's weird. Let's see.
Oh, speaking of watching people eat, April is buddy buddy with foodie beauty. Foodie
Uh
beauty.
oh.
I
I'm
mean,
not
like
into that whole thing.
friends.
Nuh-uh.
Oh yes, she is.
For real, for real?
Talk in the DMs every day. Oh
Oh.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you're opposite of the other side then, huh?
Hmm.
Mm. I'm not into all that, but good for you. I
I don't
don't
know.
get in.
Yeah, like I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't either. April, tell us what's going on.
Her and old Chantel, whatever her name is.
She is
Foodie
friends.
beauty.
Not good. She needs
I'm
friends.
friends
I
with
think.
Chantel. Chantel. Is it Chantel? Chantel? I don't know.
MJ's friends with the enemy then.
Uh,
Now, now what about that?
Java and Sam. I say it was between a toddler and a preschooler in the camp. Oh, your camp?
Cool. I love it. She's always camping. Well, I've seen talk about it on the Twitter.
At least
Um,
you're in a camper. I could never camp.
I haven't been camping in forever,
I
ever.
could never be camping ever,
My
ever.
friend's mom used to own put a membership to Outdoor World where you could rent like cabins and stuff, which
Mm-hmm.
was pretty neat because they would have like uh a water park for the kids, swimming pool, lake, stuff like that. That was pretty
Hmm.
cool. So
Well,
it wasn't like
I would
camping
do
in a tent.
that
Yeah,
if it was a
they had
cabin.
because there was air conditioning and everything in it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Glamping. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah. I don't know how glamping it was, but there was air. So that's all I was worried about. I can't take
Right.
that heat. See, those are good days. I am RVing. How nice in Colorado
Exactly.
right now.
We glamp, Ima.
Listen, I've never been to Colorado, but I was in Montana, and let me tell you, that weather, have you ever been out there? It,
Colorado? I haven't.
Colorado,
No.
Montana, the
Mm-mm.
weather is absolutely beautiful. No humidity.
Mm-hmm.
I won a trip from Marlboro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we won it to the ranch, right?
Yeah.
First of all, they gave me money, like I think it was $1,200.
Wow.
They gave me luggage. So I thought it was a scam. At first, I thought it was a scam. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
people are like, oh, it's a scam. They're trying to get you to buy property, whatever. Well, we get it. And I'm like, okay, you have to sign all this stuff, whatever. So then I get like a questionnaire for me and Bill, and it was like about horseback riding. Are you
Mm-hmm.
experienced? I am. He's never been on a fucking horse ever, right?
Right.
So I put all that down. Anyways, we go and it's real. It's the real deal. I mean, we had like a layover in Minnesota, but it was still, we were really going to this. It was like an old ghost town in Montana.
Wow.
And you go in from the Montana airport was like a little log cabin. You get off of there and they're like, here's cigarettes. They're giving you cigarettes and shit. And they're like, but
Damn.
listen, when you smoke and you drink here, it's like double because you're high altitude. So be careful.
Mm-hmm.
So we get on this bus and it takes us down into this valley. And like they have this music playing and these guys come riding on horses like they're going to take over the, fucking bus that you're on or whatever. Anyways, we pull up and it's this old ghost town. And we go into these, it's like a little hotel, like all over the ghost town. Like there's four different little hotel type things. Like picture the old West, right?
Right.
And so we go in, and there's this big ass thick blanket on the bed, and it's August. And I look at Bill, and there's no air conditioning. I'm like, this motherfucker. I said, I can't sleep in these thick blankets with no air, and there's like a ceiling fan. And he's like, Hope, don't make a big deal about it. It's going to be okay. I tell you, I didn't need air, and I needed that double blanket at night. In
Yeah.
August, it was not freezing cold, but just like 50 something, 60 something degrees at night. And then during the day, it was beautiful, like 80 degrees, no humidity.
Right.
We drank, ate for free the whole time we were there. I did skeet shooting, fly fishing. We rode the horses. This was the funniest part of it. And then we got to see the horses, Clydesdales. They would
Mm-hmm.
release them and they would all come and go into the meadow like at one time, like a stampede.
Oh
Gorgeous.
my goodness.
It was so beautiful. Bill, we go on this ride, right? And they put Bill on this horse. It's like, this horse just follows everybody because he never rode it before. So he's like, do, do, do. So the horse starts acting up, right? And the lady, she's going, sir, pull on the horse's reins and stop the horse. Well, Bill will know what the fuck he's doing. So he takes the reins and pulls up, and the horse starts backing up like it's in reverse.
Oh hell
I
no.
looked at his face. He didn't know what to do. The lady was yelling at him. It was hysterical. But I'll tell you what, it was the best time I had to pay the taxes afterwards, but it was really cool. It was a
Is that when like everybody was saving like marble
yeah.
points on their
Mine,
cigarettes and
I
stuff?
didn't even do that. I was just one randomly. I don't even know how the fuck I did it, but it
Right.
was really, really cool.
That's nice.
So if you ever get a welcome mat in the mail and then from Marlboro, it's a real deal.
Oh well, we don't smoke, so I doubt that's gonna
Well, you're
happen.
probably
But
not going to
it'd
get
be
one.
it'd be nice.
So wait,
Ima's over there with her memory foam mattress,
yeah, I'm
living it
gonna look
up.
at this because I was just running my jaw. So let's see what we missed. Is it brainwashing? Oh, talking about the documentary. I think it was Moonchild. She wants to start. April wants to start a hostile type thing, like the movie, but just have pedophiles and rapists there, and women get to do whatever they want, like
What?
kill them and shit. I think is what she means.
Great.
So she says, "I am friends with Chantel." Ima says, "I'm Sam. I've read all that already." Blah blah blah. I glamp. So Chantel is a troll. She's totally normal in real life and does shit on purpose. Well, we know many of them YouTube people like that.
Yeah.
Many. Colorado's on my list, Ima says. I miss camping as a kid. She never left New England. Yes, I did win the Marble Ranch shit. Ima says she has a memory foam mattress. Heaven. Screw primitive. You're a vapor. Well, then you can't win the trip, I don't think. My 2-year-old grandson caught his first fish yesterday, which resulted in AJ having a fit over not catching one. She threw a bowl of water.
Well, what'd you expect?
Listen, I would have probably did the same thing.
Right.
What kind of fish are there in there? Like bass?
A little 2-year-old. Could you imagine?
That is
That's
the
so
coolest
cute.
thing ever. I can't imagine the face, when he's pulling it in. How
Right.
sweet.
My kids would have threw it back like, oh.
Don't touch it.
Right.
Oh, girl, what are we going? This kid is so mean. See, I want grandchildren. My daughter doesn't want to have kids right now, though. She's just, she's only 25. She's just out of school, living her career life, doing her thing. She says, I don't want to have kids. I said, listen, I said the same thing, but here you are. You know?
I started at 20. I didn't have Michaela till I was 25.
Yeah, I was 26 when I had her. So I wanted to. She can't travel now because of fucking COVID. But I told her, travel while you can. Live it up while you can,
Yeah.
because kids change everything.
She said
It,
it was a bluegill. To him, it was a shark. It absolutely
Aw,
was.
I hope you got a ton of pictures of it. That's so sweet. I see babies all the time in the store, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I've got so well. We've only got one technical grandchild. Like
But you
our
have beautiful babies around you all the
yeah. But
time,
I've
like
got
you.
so many babies around me.
Oh, I
So
love it.
yeah, because I don't think that my daughter is gonna have one anytime soon. Like she's so not having it. She's
That's why P is my daughter. She's
yeah.
the same way. She's like, not having kids. Bleh. I'm like, you'll change. Good night,
Good
Desiree.
night, Desiree.
I hope your day goes quick tomorrow for you if you're working.
Yeah, I'm dodging that question, April. I'm not doing your math. No thanks.
I can't do math anymore. Computers have made me lazy.
Oh, Ima's about to have her fifth. Oh, I wish.
Uh,
See, Manny and Manny, my godson, though he has autism,
mhm.
and my grandson are 12 days apart.
Oh,
Yeah. So like they're both going to be 5 in November.
that's a
And
great age.
then Felita is Manny's mom,
Uh
right?
huh. Uh huh.
Her daughter is the little light skinned little baby that I always post.
Uh huh.
That's her daughter's son.
Right.
And she's pregnant now, and her new baby is due in November. So we're about to have two little light skinned little
You got
babies.
all the babies around
Yeah,
you.
and they're all November babies.
We're all Scorpios, like my Bill,
Yeah, except for
or
Anakin, which is
Libra.
he's a Valentine's Day baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love babies. I do. I love like when they turn like newborns. I mean, I love babies, but When they turn like 6, 9 months is when I start loving them. Like, you know what I mean? Like they start
Yeah,
getting a little
yeah. The
personalities.
little tiny babies, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, not so much, right?
I'm
Exactly.
all yours are 4 and under. Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
goodness. I mean, what you have for dinner tonight? I want to know about the food at the
Right.
camp
Camping
site.
food.
Yes. I see all kinds of recipes about that. Camping food.
2 infants. Oh
Oh
wow.
my goodness, you're blessed.
Yeah, it was crazy when we had the 2 infants together because, and I post pictures of them together all the time because we would put them like in the pack and play together and they would like hold hands. I'd be like, oh my
Oh, I have a picture of my daughter when she was little. I guess she was about 2, and Bill's boss at I was friends with his wife, and we would go down the shore together, down the beach or
God.
whatever you call
Mm-hmm.
it. And they had a little boy that was probably maybe a month older than her, and they fell
Mm-hmm.
asleep in the bed together at 2 years old, and both their little faces were facing each other. So I have this picture of them when they're that little in the bed. It's the cutest freaking picture ever. It was so sweet. Oh, what did you got a food thing on here? She had chili. You know I
Yeah.
want to see it. Yabba. I made. You're not going to believe this about chili, but I'm going to tell you guys right now. The first I tried something in my chili last weekend, and it was game changer. So I was,
Really?
I was doing like the people that my Eagles played, I was doing their food for their team, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we played Washington, and what they're known for their tailgate or football food is called a half smoke, which is like a sausage kind of. It basically a sausage with chili on top. That was their food. So I looked up their recipe. They put brown sugar in their chili, and oh my
That sounds
god,
good, actually.
I'll tell you something, the right amount in there is unbelievable. I've never had chili like that. It's so good. If you get a chance, oh, that's beautiful. If you get a chance, try the brown sugar. Game changer, guys.
Nice.
Let everybody know about it. Oh, she sent me some pictures of the babies. That's so beautiful. So blessed. Someday I'll have one. And if not, I'm going to adopt a grandchild somehow.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess.
Just get a neighbor kid or something.
But I live around all old people.
Well, then they're bound to have a grandkid.
Yeah, their grandkids are about 40.
Well, damn, that's really old.
They are old, but I love them. They're so sweet. Like she comes across the street and does her little ride in lawnmower and does
Mm-hmm.
our lawn for us. I just think because she has the secret to staying young is to keep moving.
That's true.
I'm like, girl, go ahead, keep moving around my front lawn. All right, Missy, I'm gonna hang up now, guys.
Oh yeah, it is almost 3 o'clock. Rachel's gonna be up for snack here in a
Yeah,
minute.
Rachel is up right now on her Ambien phase, eating brown sugar, and hopefully not running naked down the road.
Cooking brownies.
I seriously read a story where this lady said she took Ambien and her teenage kids were coming home, like they came home and I guess around midnight, whatever. She was in the kitchen eating brown sugar out of the bag, and the kid's like, Mom, what are you doing? But she only had on the top and nothing else.
God.
Listen, Ambien will do crazy shit.
They tried to give it to me in the hospital. I refused. I was like, hell no, nope.
Don't. You would have
I
been
will
walking
go
down
dead
naked.
ass YouTube live and show my ass. I'm like, no.
Literally.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'm probably going to delete this. You know me.
Oh, it's fine. I'll
Yeah.
talk to you tomorrow.
But I'm glad that we all came, and thank you so much, MJ. You take care, all right?
You too. All
Night,
right.
everybody.
Good
Love you
night.
guys. Bye
Love you
bye.
too. Bye.